Hello, welcome to Baelnorn and Friends, August edition. Just going to talk about the LARP. Today I'm drinking Polliner, Hefeweizen, my favorite beer. It's a nice, weedy flavor. Uh, what are you guys drinking? Ormus?
I am drinking Kona Big Wave Golden Ale. A six pack of that, and I got tequila and margarita mix when that runs out.
Awesome. Unum, did you
I
get your
forgot
booze?
to I forgot to stock up beforehand, but I had some Kraken in the cabinet, so this is the first time I've had Kraken since an unfortunate night one time. Uh, so uh, I had Kraken with I have some strawberry lemonade in the fridge, juice or something like that. So I mixed a little into that. It actually has a pretty good taste, which
Oh,
is
maybe you
surprising.
just invented a new drink.
Perhaps,
Maybe it'll replace Wally Juice.
maybe so. It is pretty tasty.
I
The
look forward to
cultural
that.
significance of Wally Juice, though.
I know. It's amazing. I love that legend. Speaking of Walla juice and drinking, there's pack war coming up, like 2 weeks, I think. Y'all planning on going?
Yeah, I will be there. Yeah,
Yeah, I just got the Friday off, so I'll be leaving on Thursday afternoon to head down there.
I'm in
That's
the same
awesome.
boat. Yep.
Well, I'll also be there, and I'll be there on Thursday. I'll figure out a way to make it, anyways. But I'm car camping.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, got my I had to use electricity for sleep because I have a CPAP, so I had to buy a converter for the car because they don't have electricity at the place that I could use. Well, I guess I could run a cable from a building, I guess, and but I don't have a tent, so that would make it hard. I don't think it reached the car. I don't know. Anyway, so I bought that, and so I'm ready to go.
wonderful.
So
I'm tent camping, so
that sounds terrible. I don't
yeah.
camp anymore. It's I don't know. It's the ground. It's hard.
We have
Well,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, we have like a two-person cot that we have. So
Mm.
we have the cot and everything. And we actually don't have a tent though, so we have to we have to buy a tent before back order.
Oh, just set up the cot and just sleep out in the open. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have a big enough tent, but if y'all want to use it, but I do snore, so that's the other side.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. I have experience.
Yeah,
So what'd you
but
guys do at
yeah.
park today?
Hmm. Today we did a couple battle games, some ditching. We have a large Renaissance fair going on this month and nearby, so our numbers are pretty low this month. But uh, yeah, we had probably what like 15, 20 people out, something like that.
It's not bad.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Yeah.
I learned about a new game. It's called Magic Ball. You get up and it's a class battle game, right? But there's a magic vortex that's invisible in the middle that mutes everyone's abilities, and it's also armor corrosive, so you can't use any of your armor. And then it's played like a ditch.
What
You,
the fuck?
it's basically a way for people to get their class credit without actually having to play a class battle game.
Oh my god, that's
So
hilarious.
I played Magic Ball today. That was great. I was a peasant, didn't have any abilities anyways, but whatever. There was a
Wow.
low turnout today, so we just
Yeah.
had fun. I guess they played another battle game, something about Magic Sword, carrying the Magic Sword. It was like a four-person game, and it went on for a while, and it was people seemed to have fun. The four people that played,
Nice. That's
but
cool.
mostly people just sat around and talked about stuff. It was also our elections in court, So
Mm.
I got my first award that I've gotten in I don't know how many months, maybe years. My first order of the Garber. I
Hell
made a
yeah.
shirt. It was awesome. I didn't expect to get a Garber for that. It's just a tie dye shirt. I forgot that I didn't have any Garbers. I figured I had a couple because I've made a couple things here and there, but that doesn't mean they give you the Garber when you make a piece of garb.
Yeah.
So
That's really cool.
yeah, I
That,
think it was
that
Josh Anderson again. He
Mm.
says
Again.
I'm going to be the next Serpent Knight apparently because of my Garber. I'm just gonna
mm.
skyrocket apparently. Yeah, completely ignoring that I have 8 dragons, but
You gotta keep up with the tie dye theme. Like keep cranking out new ones.
oh shit,
Just
be the tie dye knight.
yeah.
I don't know if I can handle that responsibility.
You have a white belt trimmed in tie dye. That'd be great.
Oh man,
Man,
don't give me ideas.
I don't think I could tie leather like you'd make tie dye shirts. Like
No, you have to artistically apply the dye in random patterns.
yeah.
That'd be a hassle, dude.
Well, next project.
It'd be kind of like that. You made that rainbow checkered belt, except you'd have to like just make the edges like less defined and just kind of random shapes and splotches.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kitten Squirrel has a good idea. Just tie dye paracord. Just make
No?
a
Oh
nice belt
man,
with paracord.
I
Not as
wonder
cool
if
as leather.
that would definitely work.
Yeah. So I can count on you, Ormus, to make me that.
I can make you a white belt and send it to you and let you tie dye it yourself because you're the tie dye, not me.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
uh,
Welcome to the
it's
stream,
gotta
Kitten
be.
Squirrel.
It's gotta be possible. I'm genuinely intrigued by that idea, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's just fibers.
Yeah. You have to be able to dye paracord. There's no other way around it.
Yeah,
I don't know how it would
yeah.
look though.
I have no idea. That'd be dope, though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to make like just a stock of white belts and just like see if I can dye them.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you too can get your first Garber.
Yeah. I think I have like the belts that I make. I feel like they tend to sort of bounce around what they earn me. So I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 Garbers, like 1 or 2 owls, stuff like that. So it's kind of been spread out what I've been awarded for those.
That's very
Or
accurate.
actually, yeah. Oh no, I think I've only gotten 2 awards. There's one of each, I think. I think it was one for the one award for like some of the early belts that I made, and then one for like the mass like company belts that I made. Something like that.
I think you still owe me a belt.
I do actually. Yeah, I have a
I mean,
I have
not that
a
I have paid you or anything for the belt. It was just a casual conversation when I was visiting.
yeah. Uh, I definitely have a. I'm starting to develop a little bit of a queue because I've got I've got Squires belts that I want to make. I've got one guy that I owe a company belt to, and at least like one Knight's belt, two Knight's belts counting. I was at like 4. I gotta get to work.
Yeah, Kitten Squirrel. Yeah, we were actually talking about Park today about crocheting being part of Garbers too. So yeah, knitted items for sure. Technically garb accessories. So garb, yeah.
Yeah, my man at arms does a bunch of knitting stuff. She knitted Gwyn this like a shawl, but it's like phoenix wings that come out. It's fucking sweet.
Oh wow, that sounds
Yeah,
really impressive.
yeah. I'll send you a photo or something like that if I can track one down.
Well, if you do it, I can put it up on screen. Well, I guess you're not probably not
Hmm.
gonna do it in the middle of screen or
I
stream,
might.
but oh, there's a kitty. It's a little chubby kitty.
Mm.
So adorable. Just looking right at the screen.
Have a puppy.
Oh, it's
And
Echo.
then
Yep. We'll show off our pets really quick.
Here's my pet.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I drank it. It's probably not that best pet, but
Hey.
Kitten Squirrel
Shh.
says, please tell the kitty that they are very pretty and Demetria loves them. In case you guys don't have
oh,
shout out. So,
no, I don't right now.
okay.
You
Then
hear
I'm glad I
that?
said
Dimitri
something.
loves you, Maisie. Yeah, you're so
I
cute. Yeah.
I I know Demetria, but who is Kitten Squirrel? Do we know?
That is Demetria.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, that's okay. That's the
The third
problem.
person threw me off.
That's the problem with Twitch. Is like, it just throws me off because there's so many people I know that are in chat that I know, but then they have completely different names, so it's like a guessing game. But I've watched Kitten Squirrel actually stream, so I know their handle,
Nice.
so that helps. Anyways, about the belt.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter that you haven't made it yet because I'm waiting for the extra belt because we're going to talk about two colors.
That's right. I was gonna double trip. Yeah.
Yeah, they're finally. Oh, I didn't want me to get brought up in the circle until we went through a whole backlog because there's a whole backlog of people that we're supposed to talk about. So we finally went through the backlog, and so they're actually going to be chatting about me at Pack War, I think, and we might be voting then. So I
Nice.
actually might get it someday.
I get to sit in on that one.
Yeah, you do. It's going to be
Yeah.
one of the bigger circles, especially if we have a bunch of NL people there because it's a lot of people. You guys have a huge circle compared to ours.
Oh, do we?
Oh, you have like 13 people or something like that. Last time I checked, and
Yeah, I think so.
we have like I think 7 or 8 that show up. But it's
Mm.
going to be pack war, so there's going to be inactive nights that probably they're there that are on our circle too. So it's just going to be big.
Hell yeah! Inactive nights rolling in, trying to throw in their 2 cents that they haven't been around to make a informed decision for. Hell yeah.
Yeah, usually they don't. They're just there, and they don't usually try to sway the crowds or anything like that. In my experience, so that's
Nice.
yeah. They just they just want to be there because they're nice and it's their amp card given right, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah.
They're just there to look pretty and drink beer. Well, drink beer anyways. Depends on the night if they look
I got
pretty. Like,
yeah, I got the pretty part handled.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You're very
Uno will be
pretty.
there, so it'll definitely be covered.
Oh, and that's at 10 o'clock on Saturday, by the way, guys.
Mm,
So
nice.
Mhm.
don't get too drunk Friday night.
I
Well,
didn't even
you
think about it
can.
as like a thing until you mentioned it just now.
Well, you're
Like
at the
I started
baby
talking, I
night,
was,
so
yeah.
you haven't had to think about it.
Yeah. This will be the first. So I've only been to one meeting here in the Northern Lights, so it'll just be my second meeting at all.
And this is your first in-person one, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The first one was online. Yep.
Well, I don't remember who our newest night is, but they usually bring beer. I don't think we've met
Hmm.
anyone since our last night's meeting, so I don't know who's bringing the beer. Someone's gonna bring
It might have
beer.
to be me. What about Critias? What's going on with him? Is he being knighted soon?
He passed, but he has declined to be knighted at Pack War.
Hmm.
So he will hopefully get knighted at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of people that wanted to make him gifts, and that they felt that they didn't have enough time to make gifts. So he's like, yeah, I can wait a little bit longer. So
Dude, yeah, wait for that swag for sure. The smart kid you got there.
yeah, but we are knighting Tord. He's getting. He's going to be our first battle knight.
Hmm.
Nice.
Oh wait, is that to do with the top hat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Torg.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good guy.
Yeah, he's doing a vigil on Friday night, so he's going to get drunk and try to stay up all night.
Hmm.
And Calzar is handling that. He has like
Oh
40
jeez.
bottles of cheap wine. I don't remember the name of the cheap wine, but he has like a whole bunch of wine.
Hell yeah.
And yes, Kitten Squirrel, it would be Els and uh, Vaughn, but it was their second belt, so I don't think the tradition stands for their second belts to bring the beer. But yeah. So it's going to be a big pack war, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, even his newest belt? No, Requiem was after Els. No? Yes. Yes, it was Els, then Requiem. So I guess Requiem would need to bring the beer? Yes, technically, by one day. Because Els was knighted the day before. So it's Friday, and then it was Requiem. Someone should remind Requiem to bring the beer.
Yeah.
Technically
Definitely.
correct is the best kind of correct. That is true.
That's
Thank you for
right.
acknowledging that. But no, I'm looking forward to it. Torg has been around for a long time, and while he hasn't done the other paths, he's definitely done the battle path, and he's done really well in it. And he's done a lot of peripherals, like he was doing like videos about how to do classes and stuff like that. Really entertaining videos too. The series never got finished because well, pandemic started, and
Mm,
but I think he has like 4 or 5 class guides out, and
nice.
they're pretty good. So yeah, that's going to be our newest night.
Dude, look at my dog. She's so silly the way she's just like chilling out on the couch behind
Oh
me.
wow, yeah.
She's
Oh,
just like, are
she's
you
adorable.
ashamed, Echo?
What? What? My
Are you
name?
talking to me? Oh, looking sad.
I know. She knows I'm picking on her apparently.
Kitten Squirrel also says, "Please tell the doggo that she's very pretty and I love her."
Yeah, it's just Mitri loves you and you're pretty.
I still,
Yeah,
it gets me every time I
she's
come
cute.
over, and she's seen me by now, and she's hugged me, she's loved on me, and we snuggled. But every time I come over, she has to bark until I sit down.
Yep. I don't know what it is. She just started getting used to Unum this last time. I think this last time was the most successful time because Unum came over. What was it, last weekend?
Yeah.
It's my pet crashed, and yeah, she was. If he left the room and came back into the room, she would bark like he had just showed up. But besides that, it's like, oh my god, why?
That is a short attention span.
Yeah,
Remembering, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, and no 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 no. Thank you for the resubscription. I appreciate that. That's such a wild name. That's a lot of ums.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been 19 months. Keeping it up. That's
Yeah.
nice. Thank you.
Been a bit, yeah. Just a
Dude,
smidge.
I'm so bad at Twitch. I'm like trying to look at it, but like, how do I even do that? Hang on.
There's a button somewhere. I don't know where it is offhand.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Is it subscribe?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Okay.
Quick, a Twitch tutorial for everyone.
Oh, geez.
You doing all right?
But
Yeah. I'm
my
trying to
lagging.
navigate this. Oh no, I think he was making fun of me for my focus on the phone trying to get this thing done.
I was also I couldn't think of anything to also say, so I had to point it out. Um,
I
Kitten
have
Squirrel.
no poker face.
Kitten Squirrel says honestly, I stream on Twitch and I'm bad at Twitch, but I really am just here to look pretty and be snarky, and they pull it off pretty well. You know, I don't think I have a shut up command, but I might. Let's see. I do have a bot, and a bot might have that command. Nope. Tried to shout you out, but it didn't work. Go check out Kitten Squirrel. They stream. They do makeup and video games. Unless something's changed, because it's been a couple months since I've had a chance to watch them. Oh, it's been a while since we had a chance to stream because of allergies. Yeah, having red puffy eyes and trying to do makeup around them sounds very difficult.
You
Watering
could
for
do a
weeks.
stream on how to put on makeup to hide your allergies.
Mine, that sounds terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, check out Hidden Squirrel. It's another Amcorder. Well, doing content, not Amcord content, but support the Amcorders. That's what I say.
That's right.
Yeah, if your eyes didn't water, it'd be alright. But yeah, that would be. I can see that being difficult. Well, Amcord's a big part of our lives. I'm not too surprised you talk about it.
It doesn't leave a lot of time for other things.
Not if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the time when I thought I was inactive?
No.
So, throughout my whole entire life of Amcard, starting when I was 16, I would go on a pretty regular basis. And then I looked back at my time, like, I was inactive for a while, like when I was in school and I took a break. I go look at my arc. No, I was still coming out every month. I just wasn't as active as I thought I was. And so apparently I was still MIGs. So, yeah, that was my
Nice.
inactivity. It surprised the hell
Yeah,
out of
like
me.
your version of inactive is only coming out once a month or something.
Yeah. I played through my burnout. I don't recommend it, by the way. It's terrible.
I feel like in general, like I can work through a burnout as long as I like step away from being in office or
Mm.
uh find like I like for a while when I was really focusing on my fighting, like do something else, like work on like pick up things like crafting or stuff like that to do, play a new class or whatever, try to find a way to keep it fresh a little bit without actually leaving.
Yeah, for sure. I basically did the similar things, except I didn't get into the artsy crafty stuff. That's not true. I did some plastic dipping for a while. But no, I mean,
Dude,
you can still go have fun and just not do the thing that you got burnt out on. But not everyone can
yeah,
do that. And I don't blame
mm,
people that can't. But
no.
there's a lot of stuff in Ampart that you can focus on. And if you find the right thing, you can distract yourself from the thing that burnt you out.
Yeah, you definitely got into crafting. You got a first Garber, bro.
Oh, hell yeah! Kitten Squirrel says, yeah, when I hit burnout, it was directly from Office. So I just sat back and did nothing but enjoy the game for the game. It's good advice for anyone that gets burnt out in Office.
Yep.
Preferably do it before you get burnt out, please. Because we need those good officers to stick around.
Yeah.
There are not that many.
My my current reign at IO is coming to an end at the end of the next month, but then I'm running for a second one. I think after that, like over next summer, I think I'm gonna take some time and not hold an office or anything like that.
Yeah, let's
Just kind of chill for a while.
give Unum a chance to be the holder.
That's right.
No?
It's your time. You are the chosen one.
No.
I believe in you, Unum.
Yeah, I'm glad. but I don't.
Oh, well, that makes it a little difficult then. Have you done any
Unum could do
offices?
it. Oh.
What?
Have you done any offices?
Yeah, Regent, Champion. I was a pro Tim Monarch for a park for a very short time,
So you can do
but
it.
I didn't do it because it was a fledgling park that didn't do anything. So yeah, and then I moved up here. So
It's a good
Yeah,
long
he was
history.
our regent for a little bit. Uh, has some really cool ideas. I'm stealing. I'm gonna give them to Matrix, who's running for a regent in the coming reign.
What are they?
I
my
don't know.
favorite, my favorite was the first and second attempt, like arts and science thing. So it was like you can probably explain it better, but it's like an arts and sciences like competition, I guess. But everyone who enters is trying a craft for the first time, and he did that sort of towards the beginning of the reign, and then towards the middle or end of the reign, he did the second attempt where it's the same craft, but it's your second try after getting the feedback and stuff from the first one. I thought that was a really cool idea for newer players
Oh, yeah.
and people like me who don't craft a lot. Like I had a lot of options to choose from for first attempts.
Ken
Yeah,
Squirrel says, I love first attempt competitions. Totally levels the playing field so it's less intimidating. Yeah, I agree. Got into. I did macrame because of competition. Like, I didn't really do it very much. I just made a rope. But it was the first competition kind of thing, and so I tried a couple different crafts. It was like a jester cap kind of thing where you randomly pick what you're supposed to work on. That was
Nice.
that was interesting. Got me more involved than normal.
oh, that would be kind of interesting to randomly have the craft. Like you would probably have to plan to be able to provide them tools and materials to do that, especially if it's something hard. Like
That would be
if
nice.
someone is like if leather work was in there, like some people just don't have any of those tools, you know.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Well,
how to go about that.
teach them how to make the tools.
Make the tools.
I hear
That's
about
the
old
black
school knights
season
making
time.
tools out of like spoons and knives and whatnot to make stamps
Yeah,
that way.
yeah. They did a lot of things in the old days.
I guess imagine like I tooled this piece of leather with a spoon and a butter knife. I sealed it with Elmer's glue.
Hey, you know,
Works,
yeah, do
works.
what you need. Yeah.
Yeah. There would definitely be like if I was gonna enter something like that, I'd be sitting there and there's just like a long list of things to be like, please not that, please not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I got like 2D art or something like that, it would be like you're getting a stick figure flip book like it's 90s high school again. Like that's what you're getting. Because my art skills are awful, like literally
I,
terrible.
you get a little post-it note stack to
Yeah.
make it.
Just be a stick figure doing cartwheels as you sit there and pull the page up. Yeah.
Hell, animation is more difficult than I would want to do for my 2D art. I would just do the stick figure, but not make it a flip book. That's not
Just
true.
make a comic versus like panels.
Yeah, exactly. I'd do bubble figures to make it a little more interesting.
Oh yeah, that's next level right there.
Yeah. Look at all us artsy people
Sorry.
talking art.
I know, right? Yeah, we're not all out here getting first garbers. You're the one. You're the artisan here.
Yeah, you need to get on my level, yo.
Sorry. Jeez.
It felt good to get recognized. It always does. It was a surprise. I never expected that.
There's something about like when you've been in the game for a long time and you have like certain paths that you have like ninth, 10th masterhoods, all this stuff. There's something super satisfying about getting a first order or something, or like a second order, or it's like something super low level. Because it's like man, I haven't. It's kind of like you're newer again. Like it's still as exciting as it was in my opinion. Because like when you're getting orders of the warrior, like or whatever, when it's like, oh, I have nine, I'm trying to get my 10th. It's like you're pushing for it, but it's also like what's expected. It's like what you're used to getting. So getting something completely unexpected is always nice.
It's kind of like a nice palate cleanse almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So yeah, I appreciate it.
yeah. We've had a string of man, maybe the last month. Like I feel like every weekend we have a brand new player coming out, and it's really fun seeing like how excited they get, how how dorky they are about the game, and uh, like watching someone learn the rules when they're not in the position where they should already know the rules. You know what I mean? Like if like
Right.
people like me who like struggle with the rules, that's not fun for anyone. But like someone who comes out brand new and they're like, "What is that?" is super fun.
Yeah. I like I live vicariously through other people too, and that's basically what that is,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Kitten Squirrel says, starting on a brand new path is always exciting, whether that's your first venture down a path or your fifth. I mean,
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like when you've been around a long time and you've gotten a lot of awards. It's you almost forget sometimes that there's things that you haven't done or that you could do, and that there is a beginning that you haven't started yet, an adventure that you could do.
Well, I don't know if this is more of something that happens when you're on the sword path because of sort of it's a little bit different than the other paths wherein like there's a very if you earn your next order, it's pretty cut and dry in your head as far as like whether you earned it or not. Like if you have to win the next tournament and you win it, it's pretty straightforward. So you go to the next court and you're like, man, I better get this, or I hope they're gonna award me my order of the warrior that I earned. But like when you're sitting there and it's like the a bar your local barony or something like that, and they're like they call you in front of the court, the first thing you think is like, what can I get here? You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I already have over five and everything. And like, oh, like they made this cool looking shield. Here's your second order of the owl. It's like, oh man, like dope. Like that's super cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what went through my
It's still a
head.
surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing that I've done recently that I could think of that could be handed out at the barony or at the duchy level even. But also
Yeah.
thinking about you do something and then you kind of expect the award. That's not just for sword knights or sword path.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
for you run a big event and you're like, I should probably get an award for that. So you kind of expect it, like, I just ran a pack war. Maybe I should get my eighth smith. Um,
Right.
so there are other situations where in other paths where you kind of expect it, even if you shouldn't. I guess
Hmm.
hype yourself up because you might not get it. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah. Well, like ideally, they should never be expected. But anyone who sits there and says they've never sat there in court and been disappointed when their name doesn't get called is a liar. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it happens. Like
I
it's
mean,
everyone has that moment.
I'll freely admit that even when I don't have a reason why I should get something, sometimes I feel like a little disappointed when I'm not called up on court because it's it's nice. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitten Squirrel says Sword Path. It's more cut and dry. There's numbers and records, and it's flat out. You definitely earned it. The others are more subjective. They are more subjective. That's for sure.
Mhm.
But there's still certain things when you think you should where it's kind of expected. But oh, and
Yeah,
Count Mesic says that's why I am waiting to play Paladin Anti Paladin. Yeah, that's a good reason. Delayed gratification.
yeah. Well, it's like I think he's referring to starting down a new path and stuff like that, which is
Yeah,
that's one of the last the last frontiers for him to explore. Medzic's been around for 300 years.
he has. There's a video about it. It's on my YouTube. He was there at the
I
beginning.
definitely I definitely intend to watch that.
Well, let me know what you think when you do.
I will.
It's your homework.
Yeah.
Is Unum working on a project?
No.
Oh, you seem really concentrated on something.
Oh, I'm just cutting a piece of leather in pieces.
I'm not working on a project. Oh, I'm cutting leather.
Not, yeah.
It's like, are you drinking, Baelnorn? No, it's just beer.
That's barely drinking. Yeah. I can just imagine like Unum going all Fight Club. He's just cutting up this piece of leather. Like, what are you doing? I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Straight up. That's what I'm doing right now. Just cutting things up, dude.
You're not cutting up your nice butt, are you? Say fuck this, I'm
Yeah,
out.
cutting it up.
Peace.
He didn't want to go to the Pack War meeting after all.
There's only one way out.
Count Mezdek has declared that he is the IO lore master.
Oh,
I mean,
fair enough.
100%.
Someone should get a title for that. Get on that.
Mm,
You can hand out. You can make up titles.
I can. I do love to make shit up, that's for sure.
And then he could add it to his lore book.
Yeah, yeah. I want to say it was like the CK or something like that did like at a certain point, like one of their anniversaries, they did like a founders thing where they named a bunch of people like founders of of the CK.
Oh, that's a pretty cool idea.
Maybe that was Ampguard in general. That there was like a group of people. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they came. They like kind of recognized the original members.
Well, that's
Yeah,
nice.
pretty cool. Yeah. Oh God. I.
Hello. Oh, Echo didn't want to be left out.
No. She loves her some attention. No, the dog, not you. I mean, we both like it though. That was worth though.
So NLCC Fall's coming up.
Yeah,
It's only
I'm
a
pretty stoked for it.
month and a half away, I think.
Mhm. They were smart, and I think they kind of planned around pack work, because normally they end up like on like the like corresponding weekends or whatever. But this time they pushed it off till the end of September. So it's like 3 weeks apart now.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it until I looked at the date and I realized I have a wedding to go to.
No, make them have their wedding at NLCC.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Kid Squirrel
What?
says, yeah, there's going to be some pretty great tournaments, and they're not at all biased. Because Vaughn and them are running them. Not biased at all.
Yeah. If you need Reeves or anything, let me know. I'm still dealing with some back issues. I can't fight right now.
Do you think you're ever going to be okay?
I worry about that every day.
That's sad.
If we're being completely honest, yeah. uh, everyone else, or not everyone, people around me seem very positive that it'll be better soon.
Well, I can try to be one of them.
Yeah. Either way, or you can wallow with me. Either way is good.
I'll drag with you. I'll drag to your back.
If,
Cheers,
if,
buddy.
so if it doesn't turn out great, you'll just slowly turn into like one of those Disney villains.
Yeah.
Like you slowly become more mad, and you're you're all you're all rickety, and
Look like what was it Rasputin from Anastasia? Just like got the row like.
Kitten Squirrel says, will do about being a Reeve. I think there's a crat specifically for Reeves, but definitely getting some warlords reaving if they can't fight is fantastic.
I got you. This time
also
has like, sorry.
go for it, go for it, go for
No, you had it's your turn.
it. No,
William, it's your turn.
I
I
was
think Claire's really.
just joking around, so you're good.
Keep
This
joking
stream is
around.
all
What
about
are you gonna
joking.
say?
If you need a Reeve that only has 5 orders of the warrior, let me know.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
that's right. uh,
Be a
but
good
no, yeah,
Reeve,
this
not be a
time is
good.
definitely like I I used to hate reaving. Like I could do it, but I wasn't a fan of it. But I've really kind of started to enjoy it lately.
I'm pretty terrible at tournament reaving, so I
Mm,
bow out because I don't want to mess it up.
yeah, I
Know
don't
your limits.
do. Yeah, I don't do a lot of shot calling. Like I don't sit there and like, hey, you got hit in the leg. Hey, you got hit in the arm. But I just try to. If I see things, I'll try to be like, hey, like, feel anything here, or like just kind of try to get them to talk and think.
Yeah. I got you, Count Mezek. I got my waters.
Thing.
Luckily, I pre-gamed a little bit, both beer and water. So I was at my grandparents are visiting from Arizona, so I was over at their house. And I was getting some good Mexican food. I was at, not their house. Um, I guess it'd be my great aunt's house. Anyways, or great great aunt. Anyways, some good Mexican food. You know, chicken, tacos, and yeah, and beer. That's my whole point. I was saying that I was having beer, so I had some beer before I got home.
I
Nice.
I pre-gamed with some taco time, chips and salsa.
Nice. We don't have taco time out here anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
What is this? The dark ages? You don't have taco time?
No, I guess Taco Bell won those wars somehow
Mm,
with their inferior food but lower prices.
yeah, dude. Taco Bell's great at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
They might be the best at 1 in the morning.
I mean, they know their food isn't good and they play into that. I think. It's I don't know. You want some highly toxic um, processed cheese with some meat that is probably not meat. There was that pink paste or whatever it was. There like 30% pink goo or whatever, and it's like meat byproduct or something like that mixed in with their ground beef. I think they fixed that, but not that I ever noticed a difference. But man,
I
but
had Taco Bell on the way to work, or on the way to park today, dude. I had that cheesy grilled burrito thing.
mm-hmm.
Like, oh man,
Is
maybe
it is
that's
that
why.
the new one?
Yeah, it's the special or whatever. But maybe that's why my back was hurting all day. It was killing me.
They had a
I've definitely had like days where I like had like Taco Bell or something similar to it. It just like felt like shit that day. Like an
yeah.
a nondescript, just feeling like crap.
That's what they're there for. To make you know that you're still alive
Hmm.
by being sick. That wasn't funny. Whatever.
We're just gonna let that go. It's all right. We can move on.
Taco Bell. Yeah, Ken Squirrel says they know their food for when you're drunk or high, and it's late. That they know their market. I mean, fourth meal. I mean, they're in the vernacular now, so they coined that phrase. They're like,
How's Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say Mexican hobbits, but whatever.
Uh, if I remember right, did you are you still in the Harbingers,
No,
or is that old? Like, is that not a thing for a while now?
yeah, it hasn't been a year yet, but
Okay.
it's been up there. I didn't like announce it and say I'm no longer a harbinger and go complain to the world. I just stopped wearing the colors.
Yeah, there's no point of all that. Like when I dropped a Squire's belt, and there was like 2 years later they were still writing Squire on my awards. I was like, that's fine. Like I'm not trying to. It doesn't have to be a thing, you know?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Indra, my former squire, didn't even realize it'd been months. I changed my clothes, stuff like that, and he still thought I was in the Harbingers and started making fun of me for being in the Harbingers. Like, dude, this is why I got this garb. I commissioned new garb for this. I didn't just. He thought I just like wanted to wear my inferior looking garb that was all ratty, oh, instead of my nicer garb that was Harbinger garb. I was like, no, bro, I was done. So what were you asking about the
How's it?
Harbingers for?
Oh, I was gonna ask you how you liking being like a free agent, or if it's like not affected you at all yet.
Oh, it's. I mean, the Harbingers weren't that big of a thing. Um, we were for a while, and then just kind of fell apart. There's very few of us, so I kind of didn't
Mm.
feel like I was too much in the company. But there's a little bit of relief from not having to worry about thinking of the image of what I am because I'm in something else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're only representing yourself now.
Yeah, and so I
Yeah.
didn't have to worry about that perception anymore.
Right.
So in that case, in that way, it's been kind of nice.
That's cool.
No one's tried to like steal me yet, and I'm feel a little sad.
Don't let it get to you, man. I definitely like. I went through a point where I was like, when I didn't have a, I wasn't like belted to anyone, and it was kind of like I had this idea in my head where it was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get like offers and stuff like that, and just like zero came in. Literally, like nobody like mentioned anything about me joining their family at all, and it bummed me out in the moment. But like looking back on it, I'm like that was probably silly.
Ah, that's not silly. I don't know
Yeah.
if you want, you can be my man at arms.
It's a little late now. Yeah,
No,
you're
it's
too
not.
late.
No, it's never too late. There's ways to drop your belt. You can do it.
You drop my knight's belt so I can be your man at arms.
Yeah, I mean, I can't just bump you up to Squire. There's like homework you gotta do for my belt line.
You gotta do homework.
Yeah, I make all my Squires to be read a book.
Yeah, the Book of Five Rings, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I have not read that, so I would not be able to be a squire.
Well, I buy you the book. It's like $5. It's like 60 pages. Kitten Squirrel says, I feel that I had to demand my belt for my knight, which I don't recommend. I got away with it because I'm the cat and he's my brother in law. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to get away with.
Whenever people coming to Amp ask me about like what belted lines are and stuff like that, it's always like each one is unique. I can't
Hmm.
tell you exactly what it is. It's a very loose concept.
I kind of think of them as like martial arts school. Each one has their own little secret or little like lessons they want to teach or their own little method for how they teach and what they want to
Yeah,
do. So I don't
that
know.
makes sense.
I like to do a lot of things through martial arts, even though I'm not a martial artist.
I'm gonna be putting so I have two men at arms because with me they have to go through trials to become squires. Um, for at Pack War, Imogen's gonna be doing her squires trials, so that'll be fun to be like a endurance king of the hill type thing, except she just stays in, and anyone who wants to come fight her and be a part of it gets to.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Remember, I got to be part of, Dagon,
yeah,
uh, one of
Shade,
wow, Shaden Squires. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I was part of the trials. I got to give him one of the trials, and we were going to play Wizard Staff.
Ooh,
We started, we played a little bit, and he says, "Nah, I'm out." So
yeah.
and he told Shaden like I don't know exactly what their conversation was, but my thought is they knew their limit, and it's perfectly fine because you don't have to be a fucking drinking game master to pass your trial. It's more about how you face the trial rather than if you succeed or not. Because I mean, he wasn't going
Yeah.
to succeed. I was going to beat him. So
Gonna mess him up.
yeah,
Poor Dagon.
I think we only got like 3 deep before he's like, "Nah, I'm not really this kind of person." So that's fair.
Fair enough. That kid's wicked talented though.
Yeah.
His arts and crafting skills are legit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is going to be our regent actually.
Oh,
Nice.
the Black
He,
Spire or Silver Moon?
Black Spire.
Nice.
He's actually done a lot of offices. He's like, I think he's like 8 crowns in, something like that.
Wow.
Because he did a lot of work down in wet wetlands. That's California.
West
No,
March.
it's
West
West
March,
March, yeah.
not wetlands. That's yeah. Oops.
World of Warcraft. Oh wait.
Oh, Kitten Squirrel talking about not belted lines. There are many different dynamics as there are knights and squire relationships. Yep. And also mentioning Dagon's armor, and it was insane. I haven't seen the armor. He
Um, he posted it. It's like a Lamellar, I think, that he made.
hmm. He
What's
made
his
it.
name? His real name?
I don't know.
Wait, is it? Oh, it's Day. He has Dagon as his. Never
Well, there you go.
mind.
I saw at our Qualls, he did a really big playmat for Yu-Gi-Oh that he made out of leather. That was pretty cool. A lot of designs on it and
Nice.
stuff.
That's nuts. I'm gonna send you his photo if I can save it. Yeah, there we go.
It's Minerva the Money. That mat was insane, super cool. They say, "Welcome to the chat, Minerva the Money." Let's see this picture. Oh, you haven't sent it yet.
I sent it just now.
Oh, okay.
I failed to remember for a second your real name.
Oh, that happens. Let's see if I can
Yeah,
show it
I
on
was like,
stream. All right.
wait.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. Everyone does his armor. It's pretty cool looking. All right, I'm gonna turn that back off. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ormus,
So,
you better get on it, dude.
have you thought about what you want to do for underbelts, Unum, if anything?
Not at the moment. It's still a work in progress, but yeah. Um, I'd like to do some sort of trial thing, but you know, I don't. Doesn't necessarily have to be a certain thing for everyone, but
No.
um, maybe just tailored to whoever it is and their, what they're wanting to pursue.
Yeah.
Um, so, but I currently only have one Squire.
Oh, you have a Squire already.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Monkey Man is my squire.
Oh, Monkey Man. That's nice of you. Is he gonna make you
That,
wear a hat?
oh, I have one of his hats. I
Oh,
stole it from him a
perfect.
long time ago.
There you go.
Yeah, he doesn't
We
have to
we,
make him do anything.
we created this bond many years ago.
Well, that explains a lot then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about taking another person under me from IO.
Oh yeah, who?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't be don't be poaching our people.
I'm sure. I'm not poaching anyone. You're supposed to keep an eye out for me and give some suggestions. That's why I'm coming
Am
up with
Mm.
I? Oh,
stuff. Oh yeah, I'm telling you that now.
we got some good people for sure.
We'll line them up. Nah, that's fine.
uh, have you met Cole yet?
I not no.
No. Okay. They're from IO. They're hella cool, doing a lot of good stuff. Matrix. I like to make fun of Matrix because Scory made him a belt in company colors, which is like maroon and gold, so it looks like a fat squire's belt. This says its name on it, so he's like, I'm always like, "Who you squired to?" And he started telling me, I'm squired to me." So he
Oh.
squired himself.
Well, there you go. This is kind of like go get attitude I like.
Yeah, he's dude. Matrix is all dude. That guy's he's
Seems to be
he's
a
next level. Like he's
he has a lot of
self
energy.
confidence like I've never seen in my life.
Minerva the Money says Critias starts all of his underbelts as pages to kind of give meaning to the page belts again. He uses them as like a trial belt to uh, make sure the person and crit are good fit. Yeah, I do something similar, but I sort of at woman at arms or man at arms level, but same trial
Yeah,
period.
yeah. I've
Well,
always kind of seen, and this comes from other families I've been a part uh, of pages being the under 14
yeah,
people, like the kids and stuff. If they're if like for whatever reason, if you have someone under 14 in your family, which I guess it was a lot more common in the past, I think. But um, yeah, for me, it's generally if you're like an amp guarder, it'll probably be a person at arms of some kind.
yeah. I did
But I don't
have
disagree with any of that.
someone as a page once. It was actually Indra. I made him be a page first because he had only been in the game for like 6 months, and I was like, don't really want to pay or belt anyone until they've been in for a year because that kind of it lets them like figure out if they kind of want to be in here more long term or not. So, but
Mm.
there was someone that was like trying to get them to be a man at arms to them, and he was like, no, page me, page me, page me. Like, all right, bro, here you go. It's a page. We'll talk about it when you've been in a year. And so I've utilized the page belt for my own means. So, but yeah, everyone
Fair.
uses it differently. But a lot of people do use it
Yeah.
for under 814. I've seen that a lot. Not lately. And Minerva the Money loves Matrix. Matrix made Creus' Power Rangers tunic, which I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if
he
I've
did.
seen that. I'm sure I've seen it.
I know that I think Critias posted a photo on Facebook with it,
Hmm.
but yeah, Matrix is he's a character. He's one of my favorite newer players for sure, but he's a character for sure.
I've only hung out with him once. That was when I was visiting wherever at Darius's, I think.
Mm, yeah,
It seemed to be alright.
yeah,
Kitten Squirrel says, for me, Man at Arms is for folks who are finding their path and getting started on it. Squires is for those who are well on their way to the path. Pages are for kiddos, but different lines have different feelings. Yeah, exactly. Like, like I had no idea about any of the Squire stuff because I was never a Squire. So I came with my understanding of the Beltline stuff from talking with other knights who are friends and stuff like that, and kind of cobbling together what I want my own traditions to be. Since I have to start my own traditions, and I love the idea of starting traditions. I've always wanted to have traditions in my life, so it's really fun to be able to start traditions. And I guess Unum is basically in the same position I was back when I started. And I think I'm a little envious.
Yeah, yeah. I do have a question. So I noticed at a few campouts a while back, they always had these squires meetings. Do you know the history of that? Like what the like what purpose that serves necessarily?
Okay, so I can only talk about the Northwest Squire stuff. I was never in it. I only saw it from the outside. First of all,
Hmm.
Demetria Kitten Squirrel might be able to enlighten you more specifics, but back in the VSR Mythic Seas days, there was basically a Squire circle that was sort of like the Knight Circle. They were supposed to help them talk to each other and build each other up, and they would do service orientated things and stuff like that, and just be an organization kind of like a household. Um, and then it fell out of practice for many years. Um, they tried to start it back up here a couple years ago, maybe like 5 6 years ago, and it didn't really go very well because some people were just using it as a way to shit on people, and so it didn't really take off. So it's not something that is really done anymore, as far as I'm aware.
I think they've had one in the Northern Lights for a while. I don't. So okay, when I was a squire, I never went to one. Um, but mostly it was because like at the time, like the people who I always saw posting about it, I wasn't a fan of, so I didn't really feel like I would vibe with it, and I sort of felt it in a very cynical viewpoint of like I was like, oh, they're probably like knights get their meetings, so we're gonna have ours, which didn't seem beneficial to me at all. But it was looking back, I realized that I was making a bunch of assumptions. I had no idea because I never actually went to one. But I think it was supposed to be mostly like a support group type thing, where like the squires would get together and talk to each other about different things and whatnot.
Mm.
So
But
Kitten Squirrel Demetria says it's I don't know, kind of a newer thing I've seen a few times, and oops, I think it's kind of like Squire's Facebook groups where we can meet and chat about what we are on our path and how to help each other get further along in the path. But yeah, in Black Spire, it kind of fell flat on its face. Honestly, I've been to a couple and I actually feel pretty much the same. It felt like having a meeting for the sake of just having a meeting.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my our
Interesting.
brief understanding of Squire circles.
That's
which
good to
which
know.
might it might be an ultra cynical viewpoint, but I don't know.
I can see there being some value in Squire circles if it's done right, but I mean the night circles are not. We only have night circles because we give recommendation to the monarchy about other knights. Like if we didn't have that, we probably wouldn't have knights meetings. So
Yeah.
at least that's from my feeling, um, my perspective.
Una, my question for you,
Yeah.
and this and Baelnorn, that you could, I feel like this applies, or this definitely applies to you as well. Do you feel like since you sort of came up to knighthood without uh with not no experience in belted families, but with call it minimal, uh, do you feel like you missed out on anything, or was it just something that wasn't for you?
I'll let Uno go first, unless you need time to think about it.
Um, I don't think I missed out on anything um, that I would personally value, other because I feel like I already get the guidance and all that I've been able to obtain without having a belt.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know what I would gain otherwise by doing that. So I don't know. I feel like I didn't feel like I missed out on anything necessarily, but
Nice.
For me, I made an actual choice not to be a squire at one point because there were knights that I wanted to be a squire to, but they, for whatever reason, wouldn't squire me. Mostly to do with because they already had enough other belts, specifically Tyrek,
Mhm.
if you remember him. But
Tarek.
he's also called Axe,
Sounds familiar.
but he's an old player.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where it's almost like I didn't want to be part of the system. But what I did miss out on is advocacy, because I think I
Mm.
probably would have been a knight sooner, if I had the advocate on the circle, or like I had friends that were on the circle, and so eventually they're there and they would talk for me, obviously, because they're my friends. But I didn't have someone that was going out there and like, hey, he's doing this, he's doing that. Don't forget about him. He's doing these things. Oh, this is what he's been up to lately. And not, having someone be in the ear of the leadership in the kingdoms. Um, Also, I missed out on some of the tradition. I think it might have been kind of cool to be in a long family.
Mm.
However, I've come to think that because I'm starting my own family, that is its own reward and its own uniqueness. So I don't think I missed out on that necessarily, but it would have been kind of fun to be part of the of a tradition earlier on.
Yeah. I definitely feel weird, like when I'm having conversations with people, like people would talk about like, oh, like you were unbelted when you got knighted, which is true, but I was a long time squire in multiple families and stuff like that. So I didn't like it wasn't like I came up like, just forged my own path. I was part of like several different families. But like so it feels weird to when people are like, oh, like you were unbelted. It's like, yeah, I mean, even for a while, like I didn't have a belt for I think 2 years before I got knighted, something like that. But yeah, so it always feels disingenuous to say that I started my own family.
Yeah, I understand that perspective because there was when I got knighted, there was a lot of talk about mustangs and fonts, not like the font of your own line. And some people would like if you've been squired for a while, then you're not really I mean, you might be a font, but you're not a Mustang. Is what they would say, or they
Mm.
would there'd be an asterisk next to your name. That's
Yeah,
basically it. There's an asterisk, but you are the
right.
beginning of your own family. It's just there's a but, and
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. But
no, I'm fine with that too, honestly, because like the people that I was belted to, I still have a lot of respect for, and uh, they had a huge part in the amp guarder I am today. So I
yeah,
don't mind the asterisk.
yeah. Oh, back to the Squire Circle. Quentin Squirrel said,
Mm.
I think the Facebook group is good. I've seen some good discussions about how to get further along a path, but most of the posts there are basically, hey, I'm getting elevated. Bye. That's
So
fair.
long, suckers.
what One thing that I really didn't like was the Squires and Below tournaments. Or not Squires and Below.
No.
The tournaments where you have to be belted and it'd be like page squire I forget what they're called.
Mm.
Chivalric tournaments, I
There's like
think.
chivalric tournaments. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
never got to do one. Yeah.
when I yeah me either because they didn't let anyone that wasn't belted back in the day. Now they let people. There's a bracket for people that don't have a belt. The last time I saw it
Hmm.
ran, but I always held a little get a grudge like I kind of want to be in the tournament. Nope, you can't be. You're not in the belted family. Get the hell out of here. They didn't say that,
Yeah.
but that's how it felt.
Do you feel the same way about like? Because I remember there being just Squires tournaments. Just like it was just Squires in it.
I mean,
Like no
yeah,
men at arms, no pages, anything like that.
like I felt shouldn't be the exclusion because well, squires are arbitrary, honestly.
Yeah,
Um, and it's just not that fair. I think there's no reason for the categorization of it. Um,
yeah.
like for like non-men's tournaments, that makes complete sense. There's a reason for the exclusion of men from that tournament, and so that's
Mm.
valid. But to say because you're not belted to a knight, you can't play in this game is kind of there's a lot of not everyone resented it. I can't speak for everyone, but it causes resentment when there's exclusion for no reason.
Yeah. There was in the Northern Lights for a while. There was in like the Sword Knights. There was like Robin, Cyric, and Dogboy, and it was like sort of a rivalry between the squires. Like we were rivals with each other because they were rivals. And so like I remember the one Squires tournament I fought in, I didn't really care about winning. I just wanted to make sure anyone in that belt did line that I beat them.
um, Kid Squirrel says not every squire is on the sword path, not nor is every knight a sword knight. So the restriction is incredibly arbitrary. Yeah, it is.
Not to mention, you could just squire literally anybody
Mm-hmm.
at whatever point. Doesn't
Oh, last time we had it, I didn't realize we had one here at Winter Bash this last year, and I didn't realize that it was for they would also allow unbelted people bracket. So I was like, if any one of my friends want to be in this, you can be my like fucking page for the day. Just go have fun. So like, yeah, I was exactly. It's arbitrary, and I didn't want to have any of my friends be left out, so they could be a page for a day if they really wanted to be. Although it turned out it wasn't necessary.
I went to a Winter Bash where like the main battle was like knights and squires versus the world type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Which at the time too, there were so many goddamn squires. I think the unbelted people were outnumbered, but I remember I was a man at arms to Robin, and I was begging him. I was like, "Dude, make me a squire just for the day." And he just kept saying no. He's like, "No, if I squire you, it's gonna be legitimate and all that stuff." I was like, "Quit being so like, goddamn principled and don't make me fight on that side." But
Yeah.
he's like, "Too bad, buddy." That's
Oh,
that was the Winter Bash that Cyric got knighted at.
you know who I saw the other day? Actually, at
Hmm.
Amp Maurice.
Dude, yeah, that guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
the force from the north is what his title was.
the force from the north, yeah.
Yeah,
Just just marching out of the history books, gray hair and all, to come fight, to come back. That's great, dude.
yeah, and he says now that his family is his children are a little bit older, he's get a little more free time, so he's been coming out here a little bit to the our local park, Dragon's Forge. He's been out 3 times this
Nice.
year, I guess. So that was pretty cool to see him out. You talking about Robin
Yeah, he
reminded me
came.
about him. So he was at your
Yeah,
knighting.
he came to my knighting, dude. It was surreal, honestly, because he's been my hero for a long time, and it was like, you know how like they talk about like don't meet your heroes. Well, he was like the hero that lived up to everything you thought he would be. Like that guy is legit and such a great guy, and yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
I miss him.
I really like he's an amazing fighter, and but he's like not the typical fighter because he's short
Yeah,
comparatively.
he's a
But
small dude.
he's like a whirlwind out there. He just goes everywhere and does everything and just soars like everywhere. And he didn't do. He just I just saw him doing some ditches, but he was still very fluid in his movements, and I think he's still pretty fit. He didn't get fat or anything like that. So. But he is
He's the only
older,
one left that kept his figure.
just a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, gray hair and
Hey,
all that.
yeah, he was because he was in I was obviously I was in alliance with him, and uh we didn't get to meet until later. Uh and but we got we never got like super close, like not as close as I would have wanted, but there was a lot of respect there. And um, when he came to my knighting, he was talking to me. He's like, because obviously like Alliance is gone. Uh, I've moved on to a new company and all that, and he was telling me how he still views me as a brother and stuff like that, and that'll never change. And yeah, it was
Oh, that's
super
sweet.
emotional when he came out of nowhere. Yeah, it was so cool.
That was great.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, as far as like, I remember at one point I was like, "Hey man, you guys come to more events and stuff?" He's like, "I have 9 kids. It'll be like $300 just in gate fee for me to show up to that event."
Oh man, that's insane.
Yeah, he's got a ton of kids.
So,
His wife is super sweet too. She's not. I think at Amcraft she kind of keeps her distance. I don't think she's as wanting to mingle and stuff like that. But yeah, she's if you get to know her, she's hella cool.
I don't think I've ever actually met or seen her. Well, I might have seen her, but I've definitely never met
Yeah,
her. Hmm.
yeah.
So Unum, I have a task for you.
Sure.
You're in charge of the stream while I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
It's on you.
I won't fail you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'll leave the channel to Uno's capable hands, and don't forget to check chat.
Oh, he took his headphones with him. Damn.
Now we can't talk shit. He can still hear us. uh,
So, all right, we're gonna start playing some Fall Guys.
I haven't played that. Leon just recently asked to play that again. I haven't played that in forever. Ever. Yeah, Leon learned that one.
I might actually get my computer again. I guess since my sister-in-law moved out, I've got my desk back, so
Oh,
might set up.
slick.
Yeah,
You start playing some WoW.
maybe I've got a friend that wants me to play, so we might play the new expansion.
How
But
far
it's
behind
like,
are you?
uh, I'm not behind. I think I was just starting up.
Hmm.
I played the last expansion for a minute.
Okay, nice.
Uh, yeah. Um, but yeah, finding the time with all the crafting projects. I think I'm gonna like put a hold like on new requests for like the rest of the year
Dude, you
because
should for sure.
yeah. So
Take some time to work on your own stuff. Like
yeah,
every new night is gonna end up with an Unum belt. It's got to be tiring.
yeah. We're yeah. I think I'll probably put a hold on new projects until the first of the year or something. But
Yeah.
I got to crank out a bunch of stuff in the next month.
How much stuff do you have?
A lot. Now I got some leather work to do, and then I think I've got some weapons to make, but um, I got a bunch of like mundane leather work stuff to do for family.
Oh yeah,
Um,
nice. Like you making like wallets or something?
no, belt and a some spur straps. My dad got a set of spurs for my brother-in-law that were all etched with his name and all that. So I was like, make him a set of straps to go with it.
Does your dad live in Amarillo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, still down there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we'll be headed down there on the 15th of September for the rest of the month.
That's right, because you're headed down to Amarillo, and then you're going to go to California for the Rammstein concert, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's been
It's
a
going to be
few
so
years since the concert.
sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's always fun getting like those reminders that you're like a serious metalhead.
Yeah, it's gonna be like yeah, it's gonna be weird being around that many people all at once again.
Hmm.
I I've never been to a concert that big either, so
No,
no. In a freaking stadium? No way.
I went to a concert at a stadium one time, but I doubt it's not nearly as big as that. Like, it was no, okay, it wasn't a stadium, it was an arena, so it's definitely not the same. That's going to be
Mm.
massive. Uh,
Yeah.
I think the biggest concert I ever went to was I went to a Green Day concert at the White River Amphitheater, and that was
Mm.
pretty huge. Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was Green Day like 3 or 4 years ago, so it wasn't like at the peak of their powers, but it's still a good show.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be pretty fun.
yeah.
Mm.
Have masks where they blow fire out and stuff like that.
Yeah. Close to it, but it'll still be a good show.
Yeah.
We could play
Welcome
games,
back.
by the way.
What?
If we wanted to play games and talk at the same time, it's possible if we all had computers to work on.
Yeah.
We all
I
could
have
play
a
Fall
Mac. I
Guys.
don't know if it's like good for gaming much.
No. You'd hope.
uh,
So, have y'all since we've last talked, there's been a new update to the rule book.
I've
mhm.
heard about that.
Place testing. Have y'all experienced any of the changes yet?
No. I have to play the game.
Mm.
I played
uh,
Magic Ball.
play Magic Ball. To my shame, I can say that I don't think I can name like more than one or two of the changes.
I can only name them on classes that I'm familiar with, so
Yeah, I
which
think
are very limited.
yeah, I think Anti Paladin got some boosts, and that was the class I was playing before I hurt myself.
I heard about
Yeah,
Barbarian today. Blood
Mm,
and Thunder is unlimited, and then look at the part you get a fight for death.
third fight after death. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
I also
it
There
heard
was
about
a
the penny thing.
oh yeah, Jesus,
It
so
went
much
from
confusion.
you can use pennies to you shouldn't use pennies, but we're not going to say you can't use pennies because reasons.
Yeah, it's like this material is outlawed, not explicitly, but kind of.
Yeah.
yeah. Let the confusion rest on your local reeve shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, we had a 5-person tournament. That's kind of cool. It's like uh everyone put together like 5-man teams and had like a kingdom level competition, and they had a team that was all barbarians, just doing hella out after death. It was great.
That sounds pretty epic.
Yeah, they lost. They got handed, but it was still fun to watch.
Kitten Squirrel says, from
They,
what I've seen, Assassin has no changes, and they're okay with that. But the less new shit you have to learn, the better. Yes. I mean, yeah.
I'm
yeah,
excited with the resurgence of javelins becoming more of a thing now
Oh,
that their
yeah.
shields are approaching armor breaking when thrown.
yeah.
So
I
nice.
think it's good. Like javelins were fairly useless like before, and it's nice to see them have some utility now.
Yeah,
I think it's
and
ridiculous.
What was that?
I think it's ridiculous.
Oh,
This
you just don't want your
thing that is
shield broken.
pointy, that is thrown, somehow breaks the shield? It's
Have
Yeah.
you
actually makes
seen?
no sense.
Yeah,
ha-
it's crazy. Arrows do the same thing. That's weird, right?
It is. Arrows break
Have you
shields.
seen? Have you seen the movie Troy with like Eric Bana and Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
There's a part where at the very beginning, Achilles is running towards this dude Boagrius to go fight him, and the Boagrius throws a spear and he holds his shield up. It gets pierced with the javelin, and he had to like throw the shield down. It definitely wasn't just to be more dramatic.
But what if it's a metal shield?
It was a
Mm,
metal suit.
They didn't have.
Like,
It was bronze. It's not real.
right.
It's not
it's
real
not
armor.
real. Bronze isn't real.
It's not.
We used to watch that. Uh, we used to watch that Troy movie and 300 like all the time before our park days to get like psyched up for Amp Guard.
Yeah, that would do it. I haven't seen Troy in a while. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Immortals?
Yes.
Dude, that movie's so good.
That
Like, I
was
love. That's Henry Cavill, like before he was famous.
Yeah,
was that?
it
Yeah,
was.
I've definitely watched it. I'm trying to remember it because that was the one where they had the Greek gods in that one, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're all like
Yeah.
super, really cool, like outfits and stuff. They're like, I don't know, the fight sequences were awesome in my opinion. But
Henry Cavill, dude, that guy's a G.
yeah, but like yeah, all the Greek gods had these like crazy like helmets, like or and was like it was like Ares. I can't remember the war god guy, but he had this big spike mohawk style helmet. It was like, dude, I want to make that.
Dude, that is Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. It's been so long since I've seen that one.
And what's his name? The bad guy. Can't think of his name right now. Mickey Rourke.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I
he
feel
did a pretty
like
good job.
mm-hmm.
I feel like Mickey Rourke became like a famous like action hero, but I never heard about Mickey Rourke until they were trying to tell me that he was famous.
Yeah, he was kind of not famous for a while. He was like famous, then kind of went away for a little while, then came back for a little bit. What was it? The
Mm,
wrestler is what kind of he came back with that.
yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Expendables,
Expendables, yeah.
and he was the bad guy in Iron Man 2. He did a really good job at that too.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was good in that. He was the dude with the whip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
Anton
reminds me
Yelchin, something like that.
it reminds me of I went to see in theaters, I went and watched when they came out with I think it was Clash of the Titans.
Oh
And
yeah,
it was like the first movie I'd gone to see in 3D. And it had so they're like the 3D glasses and stuff, and it was like terrible. It was so bad. But like the 3D effects were so minimal. I was like, I don't even know why I'm wearing these fucking glasses for 2 hours.
Rough.
But yeah, yeah.
Did you all watch the new Dragon Ball movie? It's in theaters.
No.
no, I didn't even know they were making one.
Yeah, it's a new Dragon Ball Super movie. It's pretty good, but unless
Like
you're
live action.
no, not live action. It's cartoon
Oh,
Oh,
or
thank God.
anime. Yeah. No.
I haven't watched. I haven't seriously watched Dragon Ball since Cell was the main bad guy.
Yeah, that's near the
Like
end
when
of the
they
series. So, well, I mean, that's
is
Super
it?
now.
Yeah, yeah. I remember there was more that came out with like the weird inflatable pink dude, but I didn't
Oh yeah,
watch too much of that
Boo.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Haven't watched any of Super. Well, a couple things here and there, the movies and stuff. But you can watch the new movie and not have to watch Super because it has Piccolo is kind of like the main character for the story, but it's about
Mm,
Gohan. So it has like the Red Ribbon Army in it, and it's about androids. So it talks a lot about Cell and Android 16, 17. So it's a lot more Dragon Ball Z friendly. It was
nice.
pretty good. Worth seeing. The more people that see it in theater, the more likely they'll bring it back out in theater, and next time they have a movie. So,
I was
it,
so jacked when they introduced Trunks because he had the sword.
oh yeah,
That was so sweet when he first came in.
it was dope to see a weapon.
Right, something besides just energy blasts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, recently watched an abridged version of when Trunks, future Trunks, first came back, and he was fighting Frieza, and he just cuts them off like they're nothing. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the most recent movie I saw.
Mm.
I watched Prey on Hulu,
See,
which
I'm
is really
confused. Is
good.
that a series or a movie? Because I swear they said it was a
It's a movie.
series. Is it just a movie?
It's a movie.
Okay,
Yep.
so
I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
is
I
it?
think the last. Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I think the last movie I saw was what during SKBC. I couldn't go, so me and Imogen's husband Thompson were hanging out for the weekend. And we went and saw it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about that.
It's a really awesome movie. Like you spend most of the time confused, but it's like you're never like confused, so you don't like it. It's just like I'm not quite sure what's going on, but that's okay.
That seems like the kind of movie it would be from the trailer.
Yeah, it's weird as shit. I think there were people laughing at the movie just because of how loud Thompson was laughing. It was great.
you guys, you guys heard of Bullet Train, the Brad Pitt movie that came out recently?
Oh, I've seen the previews for it.
That is a really good action movie, and I would recommend anyone watch it. So because it's like not an MCU movie, so it's amazing. It's a new IP. I mean, it's based on a Japanese uh, visual novel, I think. But it was a really good movie, fun movie. It's like Brad Pitt doing his he's really good at doing like side characters for like Snatch, for example, when he was the Pikey. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that energy, but he's the main character, and
I
so it was really fun to watch. But
always get a little nervous because isn't there like a huge amount of like stars in that?
I'm not sure if it's a huge amount, but they're
Or is
all
it,
named characters or actors that have been actors.
hmm,
But I wouldn't call them all A-list actors.
okay.
Um, the Japanese actor, I think, is an A-list Japanese actor. I always remember him from the Last Samurai. He was one of the
Ooh.
samurais from The Last Samurai, and he is a pretty awesome character in the show movie.
I don't know what this says about me, but that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
Last
it's a
Samurai.
good movie, dude.
Dude, it's so good. But yeah, the I think the guy that you're talking about was one of the best characters in the movie, like the samurai from that who like was the guy he kind of had to win over like towards the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
But
was.
yeah,
He
that,
was the
that actor's dope.
I think he was the martial arts instructor at the camp.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
think
him.
he's also in Mortal Kombat, the new one.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
I watched it, but I don't remember much of it. It was okay.
I think he played Scorpion.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
Hang on, shit. Yeah, the movie itself was like the big issue I had with it, like I did like it, but I felt like it was an entire movie dedicated to just establishing franchise, and
Yeah,
that's like sometimes it can be unsatisfying at the end.
yeah, that's for sure. I don't think it did well enough to get sequels. I don't think.
Probably not. It was fun though. It
Yeah,
was. I wasn't a fan. I don't know. Like I don't have a problem with them introducing a new character, but it was kind of weird having like a brand new character be the one to bring together all the old characters.
yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I still like the original Mortal Kombat, like techno martial arts. It was just fucking techno video.
Yeah, yeah. That one was like the first one was really good, I think. The second one might have been the worst movie I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was
Like
great.
that second one was so bad.
Who is the guy that played Raiden? Is like
Christopher Lambert,
Oh,
at least in the first one. I don't remember who played in the second one, if he was the same character or not.
there's a
But
different guy in the second one,
yeah,
and it was another like sort of famous actor at the time, and it was awful. The guy from the first one was way better.
yeah, VR Lab Rat. The first one was definitely it was Christopher Lambert, the Highlander himself.
Yeah.
mhm.
Another one where the second movie was trash.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
James Remar is the other guy.
I don't even remember that name.
He's uh he's the guy he was in the Warriors. He was one of the main guys from that movie, The Warriors. You remember that?
No,
You ever watched that movie
that
from
was
the
the
70s?
'79.
The
Was it?
gang,
There's a
yeah,
bunch of different
gang,
gangs in New York or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
I've never seen it.
I've only
Dude,
seen
you should watch it.
trailers.
You should
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah, it's super weird, but like it's worth watching once at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I watched the Super Mario Bros. So if I can watch that and enjoy it, I can watch that movie and enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. Highlander. I totally forgot that was the same guy.
Yeah, he
That was
is.
Yeah.
good. Um,
He made a great
um,
Raiden.
dude, I didn't realize how much he looks like Thomas Jane.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, he looks like an older Thomas Jane, dude.
Yeah, he's like an old version of the Punisher.
It's crazy. Yeah, the real Punisher, man. Like that movie. I haven't even seen the series, even though everyone loves that guy on the series. But that
So
that movie they put out, dude, like it was so good to me.
The one with
I
John Travolta.
yeah,
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 he was the
it's
bad
my favorite Punisher movie.
guy.
it's
The I love John Bernthal, the new guy as the Punisher, but I've never watched the Punisher, or I haven't. I've only watched like one episode of the Punisher series. When they brought him in for the Daredevil series,
Yeah,
he was really cool.
I
It
thought he
was a
did a good
great
job. Yeah,
team up there. Yeah,
but I also haven't seen the Punisher series, just the Daredevil.
yeah.
like with Electra.
No, oh my god, that's the worst. Like, Ben Affleck is fucking the
The
was this the
Daredevil. Oof.
Daredevil? Oh my god, the new
What was
they
his
got.
name?
What?
Oh, go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say? I don't.
I'm trying to think of the bad guy in there. He had the scar on his forehead.
Was it like Bullseye or something like that?
I don't
Yeah, something
remember.
like that.
I know that in the series, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is the shit, dude. He's such a good actor.
I haven't even seen that series yet, but I saw him in um that series. What's it called? I can't think of the name. The
No
Archer
idea.
guy
Era?
from
Hawkeye.
Avengers. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I saw him in that series, and he was like, I was like, damn, dude, this dude's a
Yeah.
badass.
I never finished the Hawkeye series. I started it, but I don't know. It
Um,
kind of lost me.
didn't even know they made one.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta work through it. It turns out pretty good,
Yeah.
but I mean, whatever.
Man, if you get a chance, watch the Daredevil series.
It's on
I
Disney
think it's on
Plus
Disney
now.
Plus now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the action is really good, and the guy that played the Daredevil is pretty damn good. I
Yeah.
think
I'm a
It
huge fan.
how many seasons?
three.
Two, I think.
I
Is
think it was
there?
more like
There
I
might be
think there's
three.
three.
Okay, yeah, there could be three.
I
Yeah,
lost
season
count.
2 is where the Punisher comes in, and their
Okay.
interactions are super good.
Yeah, they're gonna be making more Daredevil with the same guy. He's been in the movies and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
so I
looking
think it's
forward to
cool
that.
how they do that. It's
Yeah,
smart.
and I think he's getting a new 18-part series. I could be confusing my Marvel series, but yeah.
No, I heard that too. There's going to be more Daredevil stuff.
So I'll have to get caught up on that and watch it.
Yeah, I like. I watched I was a huge fan of the first season of Luke Cage,
Mm.
and I watched Daredevil. I watched Iron Fist, and it wasn't nearly as good, but I don't think it was as bad as people said it was.
No, it wasn't. People just
Yeah,
didn't like he was kind of dumb, but from my
yeah,
understanding, the character is kind of dumb. So like that's just from the people I talked to that have read the comics. It's like, yeah, he's kind of a dumb billionaire martial artist guy. He's not that smart. So it made
yeah.
perfect sense in that context. But
Not everyone can be Batman, right?
exactly. I mean, I liked it just fine. I wish there was a little bit more martial arts in it because they talk about it, and he's supposed to be this badass, but then he doesn't do that much badass stuff for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the Daredevil is doing more badass stuff.
Oh yeah. The fight scenes in that series are
They
fantastic.
are. I love
Yeah.
the one take in the hallway that they did. I think it was the first season.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the best like cinematography or choreographed fight scenes that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. It reminds me of did you ever watch any of the actor's name is Tony Jaa?
Yes, the Protector.
The Protector. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had like a long fight series in or fight scene in the Protector where they did the same thing, and that guy's amazing.
yeah. I watched him in Unbach.
Yeah,
That
that's how
was
I
a,
got introduced to him.
that's yeah, and I was like, holy shit, this is the next superstar. I thought he never took
Yeah.
off like I hoped, but I mean, he was in one of the Fast and Furious. As a bad guy.
Was he?
Yeah,
Okay, nice. I
but he didn't take
feel
off like I
like
hoped.
I feel like that might be where martial artist careers, like film careers, go to die. Is like major franchise, like B-list villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they had a good fight scene
yeah,
in the movie at least.
yeah,
But yeah, Tony Jaws, like he did a in maybe it was a Protector. I think he did a standing jump kick and kicked out of the light. And it was like 10 feet tall, and it was like just
yeah,
insane that he could do that. But he fucking
yeah.
did
That was
that.
definitely the protector. Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane.
yeah. Like the, yeah. Tanner, have you seen those?
No, I haven't.
If you like martial arts movies, it's I haven't watched the Protector all the way through, but it's literally like the premise is like he's like it's almost like John Wick, except he's fighting for his elephant instead of a dog.
Mm-hmm. And there's just a gratuitous scene where I think it's the one that you're talking about, where he's just doing a one long fight scene. He's like breaking all these bones, and it's all very visceral, and it's
Yeah,
filmed really well.
he just breaks hella arms. Like that's like everyone gets a broken arm. It's yeah,
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch those again.
yeah. He went down an interesting path because like Ong Bak was really cool, but it was more modern. It was like a modern day like Thailand. Uh, and then Ong Bak 2 was like went to this weird like ancient Thailand, like kind of a more science fiction fantasy type thing.
It didn't star him in it though.
Oh,
It
it
was
did.
someone else. Then on
That was the
Bach
same
3.
dude.
No?
Oh, I never saw the third one.
I think the third one he came back for it. Like in the second one, he was in it, but he wasn't the main
Yeah.
character.
Oh, maybe it was the third one I saw.
It's
But
possible.
yeah, it's the one he had like all the long hair and stuff, right?
Honestly, I never watched it because I was told he wasn't the star.
Oh.
So I can't say shit, I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was never a huge like kung fu movie guy, except for those I was a big fan of.
I watched a lot with my dad when I was younger. We'd go
Mm,
to the Hollywood Video back in the day when you go rent movies at a place, and we'd always go to
yeah,
the foreign
Um,
section and pick out a kung fu movie or something.
Hollywood
nice.
Video
Yeah.
back.
I remember when I was in high school, one of the kids I went to high school with, his parents owned like a video rental store, like an independent one. So he always had all the newest video games and stuff since he would just like get it from the store and we'd come over and play like Halo when it first came out or whatever the new game was at the time.
Nice. What a hookup.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it was sweet.
So he was the reason it was always out of stock when we go to rent.
100% because he wasn't getting it back on time.
Yeah.
I guess it couldn't have been Halo. I think it was before that. Because I don't think I had an Xbox until I moved out of the house, which makes me feel old. But
What how old are you?
I'm 34.
I mean, when was that?
Oh,
Like
I mean,
what
so I went
age?
to high school from 2002 to 2006. Maybe I just
Yeah.
didn't have an Xbox.
I don't remember. Might have been a
Uh,
PlayStation 2.
I feel like it was like PlayStation era.
yeah, I definitely had a PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox was like '03, wasn't it? I gotta look
Yeah, it
for
could have
that.
been.
And it was pretty soon where they had didn't they launch with Halo?
They might have. I think it was I just didn't have an Xbox, not that it wasn't around.
Right,
Yeah.
oh, 2001.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. Oh, it's been out longer than I thought.
Yeah, must have.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see, 2001. I was in eighth grade at the time.
I
Yeah.
remember back in the day when I was in high school, I played Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation. Yeah, I could go back
Yeah,
to the Super
it was,
Nintendo, but oof, oof.
yeah, the first Halo was launched as one of the launch games for the Xbox.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty successful franchise for a launch game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at that point in my life, I was playing computer games. My
Yeah.
brother had the console, so he was a big nerd, so he had the Xbox and all that stuff. But
Nice.
I'd I'd go hang out with him at his house and play the console games. But um, yeah, I was playing like Age of Empires and then Star Trek Armada, which is like hey, it was like StarCraft but in space. Played
Nice.
StarCraft and Warcraft 3.
I played Warcraft. I played Warcraft 3 a lot.
Yeah.
That was like the only real time strategy game I played.
Frozen
Except for a
Throne.
little bit. What's that?
Frozen Throne.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I played Rainbow Six for a while. And Diablo 2. I played that a lot. Yeah.
Played a lot of RuneScape.
I
Never got
tried
into that.
RuneScape, but I was bad at it.
I'm always bad at it, but it's not
Tell
too.
them if you have fun.
Yeah, yeah,
I just
I guess
realized
like it
this.
just never kept my interest. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
what's that?
Just realized this whole entire time I was never in full screen mode.
Nice.
Yeah,
I can never tell because I always keep the chat up, but I have the video turned off. So
yeah. Well, now it's fixed. Now can't people can't see all the servers I'm in. I'm a pro.
All the updates, the Discord notifications I get, like just a wall of text anymore. Like, how am I supposed to keep up with who's talking in what channel? Like, it's so insane.
Yeah,
There's like no way to keep.
it can be a lot. I try to keep up
Yeah.
on like my Discord, which is not hard, and then locks. Those are the only two
Hmm.
I really check.
I have all the notifications turned off of all of mine except for Baelnorn's,
Oh
and
well,
I
thank you.
mostly just get notifications when you upload a YouTube video.
Well, good. I'm glad it's getting
Yeah,
used.
yeah, I got you.
I thought that it would be kind of pointless to post to Discord my YouTubes, but looking at the analytics, there's another channel where or another Discord server where it gets notified, but I still get like 5 to 10% of my viewers are coming from Discord. So someone was clicking on between those two channels. Someone was clicking on my YouTubes, so it's not pointless. Apparently,
Nice.
Right.
I thought it was, but nope.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Right. I always go to the YouTube app to watch yours because when I try to go into through the Facebook link, it's not logged in.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
I can't like it. Like it's this weird convoluted thing.
Yeah, I get
So I
that.
just always go through that. So
Yeah, it's easier, especially on the phone.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
So how's your Kraken? What are you drinking it with again?
strawberry lemonade juice.
Krakenade. I'm gonna
Something
call it Krakenade
like
now.
that. That it actually is it's pretty good. So I may think about bringing a jug of that or something.
Yeah, you should definitely like just put it in a 1 gallon like milk jug and carry it around.
Yeah. Was that stuff they make with the pineapple?
Oh,
Like
jungle
mousse something?
juice.
Huh?
Oh, caribou Lou.
Caribou, yeah. That stuff is so good.
Yeah, that's very good. It's dangerous. I
Yeah.
haven't had that in a long time. It's from a rap song, and I forget who did it.
Well, it was it Voden that always carried that around?
Sounds
So I
right.
don't doubt that. Voden is a huge rap head, so like he's always jamming to all kinds of rap, so that makes a lot of sense.
From a rap song. Just don't remember which one. Guess we that's voting, but he's not on right now.
Yeah. He came out a couple times, I think last month. So it was good to see him.
Oh, nice. The IO.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he was in the area and so he swung by, so
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a very long time. I don't think he was at NLCC, was he?
I don't know. I think he was at
What?
the at Ormus Nightingale. wasn't he?
I don't remember. I remember seeing Degar. I don't remember if I.
Oh, maybe not.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
we
I'm
see
not
him more.
sure. Yeah, Rothgar came out today. He's coming
Oh
out more
wow,
often.
that's
Yeah,
random.
yeah.
Was he
So
clean?
he's been doing fighter practices and stuff. So he's trying to come back more active.
That's Odin's brother, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just gotta get Odin out there.
Yeah, he hasn't been out to our park in a very long time. It's been like almost a year now.
You better you better be at backward. I'm gonna be mad.
He's not going to be a pack
I'll,
warrior. You're going to be mad.
I'll drive to his house.
Do it. It's not that far away from pack war. Hour, hour and a half.
Good. I'm gonna do it.
Make him go
I'm gonna
while you're
do
at
it.
it.
Yes, I will. I will not fail.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I can't seem to get them out, so. Of
Yeah.
course, I never drove to their
Sometimes.
house.
What's that?
Of course, I never drove to their house, so maybe that'll work.
Yeah. We'll try it. We'll try it. Um, have you seen this new site they're gonna be at?
No, I haven't.
I'm wondering how it's gonna turn out.
Yeah, me too. It ain't cost enough money. It better be good. I think it's an old Boy
Yeah.
Scout site or something like that.
Hopefully it's not too soggy or anything.
Not this time of year.
Yeah. Well, we
It's
say
been
that.
dry, dry.
You
And then it rains for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to for that.
Yeah.
I gotta break out all my camping gear,
Do you do
strew it about from
a pre
places.
you do a pre-check, set everything up, make sure it's all okay?
Nope. I
I
know
blame
it's
you.
fine. It's in a bag up there, but I think everything else is fine. I think the spiders that were in it are probably dead by now, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. I have to go find well not find I have to go to Goosaw's house to get a cooler. I'm actually camping next weekend before Pack War. So I gotta get a cooler for that and then I'm just gonna borrow it for Pack War because I needed something to keep my beer cold.
Hmm. I just leave it out
That doesn't keep it cold.
at night.
That doesn't keep it cold. Not cold enough. Not for me.
Heather always gets on to me for just leaving the sodas out on the counter. I'm like, you grab the soda, the can is cold. Like it's cold. She's like, it's not cold. I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, beers are definitely better cold. But
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, this beer is okay at like 60 degrees, but I still like it colder. Whatever. It's 60
yeah,
degrees right now. It's warmed up.
I feel like
uh,
pretty much any alcohol is better cold.
It's a sake.
Oh no, even that, man. I ordered sake once, and I wasn't prepared for the fact that first it was some weird ass like grape flavor or something like that, and second it was fucking hot. I was not prepared for hot alcohol.
It might be weird, but based on secondhand sake information from a sake tasting where they talk about it, like with liquor, um, it's better colder. It gets rid of the bad flavors. So if it's really good, you can have it warm or like room temperature. But if it's bad, it tastes better cold because it hides the flavor. But sake is
Mm.
exactly the opposite. So the bad sake is warmed up to get rid of the. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I'm a little drunk.
When I went upgraded to a margarita.
Good job.
Nice.
Maybe you'll be drunk like me.
It's tequila from my nighting.
Oh yeah, I was disappointed I couldn't hang out after that.
That's okay. Yeah, it was kind of a small group of us went over to Takara's property and just had like a bonfire.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed that.
Takara's actually one who gave me the tequila.
I forgot I got a
I mean, she didn't give you
bottle of
Tito's.
Layler's rum.
You got a bottle of what?
Some vanilla rum that Zakara got me for mine. I don't
Oh.
know where it's
Right.
at. Oh, I think it's in my nighting chest upstairs. I think it's still up there.
Well,
Maybe I'll bring that down to Packworth.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
so this is the first. This is going to be the first time that you guys. Well, I guess Uno's been there. No, this is the first time that you've been to a camp out with a nighting, right? Both of you?
No,
Yeah. No.
No.
with a nighting.
Yeah. So there's like a visual, so you actually like the day before, because you're at NLCC and you were knighted there. There hasn't been another knighting since then, other than at a day event.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, oh, since we've been knighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
So this is going to be your first time going to being at a camp out where you can go to the vigil and impart your knightly wisdom as part of the ceremony of a vigil, and you get to do this for
Mm,
Torg. What are you going
okay.
to say?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to say?
Mm.
Uh. No.
No. Well, you got time. You got 2 weeks. I'm
I'll just have
gonna
to
walk
find
you.
the right.
I'm gonna walk you up to him, and you're gonna have to talk with them. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
I'm just gonna write down as many Keanu Reeves quotes as I can find and just give those to him.
He'd
From
appreciate
the
it, I think.
replacement.
The replacements. Yeah. Yeah.
Only quotes from the replacements.
Dude. Yeah. That movie was a quote. That's one of my that movie is so good. One of the like most
Yeah.
underrated movies of all time.
I don't think I've seen it.
You haven't seen The Replacements?
What is
Dude,
it?
it's got so it's about it's essentially like a movie about based on the strike season for the the Washington Redskins where they had the replacement players playing.
Oh yeah, I
Uh
definitely haven't seen that. I don't usually watch sports movies.
yeah, it's I mean it's a sports movie, but man, like it's not it's
More
not
of a
as bad as some of
comedy.
them. Like, yeah,
I mean, I like A League of
it's
Their
got like
Own.
that movie's good too.
Go
But
check out
it's got Keanu
Alert.
Reeves. The coach is Gene Hackman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's got like
Igna, thank you
John
for the
Favreau.
follow. Sorry, just had
That's all
to
right.
shout that out.
Shout it out.
Egna9, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, we're talking about Gene Hackman.
Yeah, he plays the coach, and there's like if you watch The Office, Roy from The Office is on it. He plays like a deaf tight end.
I don't watch
Uh,
The Office either.
it's got Orlando Jones as one of the receivers. It's kind of a who of that era.
Alright. Well, I
Yeah,
like Keanu Reeves, so maybe I'll give it a chance if I remember.
it's worth it. It's like a feel good movie. It's really good.
Like, what's the other one? Point Break, where he's like a.
Oh yeah, we're
I still haven't seen
yeah.
that, and
I've never watched that one either. I watched the remake, but I never watched the original.
apparently it's pretty good with Keanu and all that, because he's a surfer
Yeah,
dude being a surfer dude, fighting being an FBI guy or something like that. I don't remember the exact
yeah.
plot, but something like that.
I know I watched the remake, but it was pretty bad, and I couldn't tell you a single scene from it. Like I only remember that I watched it. I don't remember watching it.
Remember, the description from the original Point Blank is that at the end he just like instead of shooting the guy, he gets really mad, and just starts yelling and shooting up into the sky or something like that. But it's Keanu
Yeah.
doing his angry yell, so it's uniquely Keanu. So I have to
The
see it for that
only
scene.
that is from Hot Fuzz, so like it
have,
makes it
have you ever
every time.
have you ever fired your gun in the air on R? No, I've never fired my gun in the air. You ain't seen Bad Boys 2. Dude, Fuzz is so good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while either, or at all. Well, either. I didn't watch Point Blank, but anyways, yeah, I haven't seen Hot Fuzz in a minute. It's
When
pretty
I
good.
first moved out of my parents' house, I was living in this one bedroom apartment with a buddy of mine, and all we had was just like this. It was a TV that was so old, it was on wheels and had the speakers were like the built in. It was like the whole like it looked like a cabinet, but it was like a TV. And we had a GameCube and a DVD player, and the only DVDs we had were Hot Fuzz and 300. So we could quote Fuzz from beginning to end. It was so good.
I have to buy it. We used to own it, but I think it's disappeared.
Yeah, classic.
It is a classic. Then was that's the one with the guy that just goes yarp all the time.
Yarp.
Yarp.
Yeah, that's the guy who plays the Hound on Game of Thrones. It's
Oh,
so
is it?
crazy. Yeah, it's nuts, dude.
Who knew he could actually say more than yarp? I didn't.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like a
Nar.
really good actor. Like he's played a lot of different roles. Like
Hmm.
even from those two, like it's seen as some of his roles that aren't as a gruff of any kind. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was on a huge kick for a while of like Simon Pegg and Frost. Their movies are really good.
Yeah, they like Simon Pegg and the guy whose name I don't remember.
That's Nick
Nick
Frost.
Frost. That's such a
Yeah.
like iconic name. It should be remembered. Nick Frost.
Yeah.
That's like a
um,
movie name.
there's a TV show he came out with, and I'm trying to remember. Fuck, what was it called? It's really good though. It's like a paranormal activity type like TV show, but it's got
Hmm.
Nick Frost as the main character.
Sounds
Hang on a
familiar.
sec. True Seekers is what it's
Oh.
called. But
Hmm.
it was like surprisingly good. Like even as I was like watching it the first time, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be that good, but it got better and better as it went on. I think it was only the one season though.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. So if you're gonna break into like any new amp guard thing, what do you think it'll be?
Oh God, I haven't thought about anything new in a long time.
It's time.
I'm still dealing with old stuff.
Yeah.
I want to
Like
get.
like what?
I'm gonna get my crown belt and my serpent belt.
Mm.
And I'm like 8 on serpent on dragon, so it's not really new, but it's not done
What
yet
is
either.
what medium did you go with to earn your dragons?
I got some plastic dipping in there, but mostly writing.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, my eighth was for a long form short story contest, so it's like a 30-page story that I submitted for a contest, and
Nice.
I got it. I actually almost won a Dragon Master. Did like at the last pack war before the or before the pandemic. I was like second place. I missed it by like half a point,
Oh
and I
man.
would have like won Dragon Master. I won. I wasn't best in show, but I won 2 categories. I don't remember which they were honestly, but I was telling
Yeah.
James or Kyan this is like whoa. It's like, you? Like, yeah, I can do shit, bro.
Yeah, I
But
make stuff.
just, I did it on cooking and writing and photography. Things that you don't normally, think about in Amp Guard. But
Yeah.
almost one Dragon Master with that shit. That would have been wild.
Unum, Unum, I know you do a lot of leather work and sword making, but like, have you thought about like? I know your artwork's pretty legit. Have you thought about doing any like 2D art or painting or anything like that?
Um, yeah, I would like to like, but like I want to do like more scroll work stuff, like calligraphy and award designs and things like that. I'd like to do that, but there's a lot of it's a lot of time
Yeah,
um, devoted to that, and I just don't have the time yet to do it. But maybe at some point I'll like take a sabbatical from other things and just do something like that. Just delve right into it.
For
yeah,
sure.
But I'm not sure. I go through phases of hobbies uh like model cars and stuff. Like I've got a whole like uh drawer full of projects that are like half done that I want to I want to just like put everything away and just do that and just make
yeah,
some cool shit. So it's
yeah,
it's tough when you've got stuff on your plate like and it kind of keeps adding to it because people like you'll kind of feel like you're getting there and then people are like, oh man, I need this thing like in a couple months. I really need this done. Can
yeah.
you help me out or blah blah blah? It's like I guess so, yeah. So, yeah. Or
Well,
things like you want to do for someone or something. It's like I'm just gonna do this, and you know,
yeah. Well, you seem like the type to be really accommodating, where it's like you really want to say yes when someone asks you
yeah.
for something.
I've definitely said no a lot, but
Yeah,
That's good.
good.
yeah,
Ormus,
there's a lot of requests that come in that are
it's your
like
turn.
too. Hmm?
It's Ormus's turn. I have to
Okay.
use the restroom again. And more
Oh, okay.
beer. Sorry, I just couldn't wait any longer.
You're all right. But the requests come in there too. What now?
Yeah, some of them like yeah, they're either too abstract or too involved. Like it's things that I've never done. Um,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable even doing that. So you know, I'll recommend other people they can go to maybe to float their idea there and stuff. But yeah, so that's I've definitely had to turn down stuff over time because there's just either no time or there's too much involved in developing whatever they're wanting done. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, I'd like to do the 2D stuff, art. Um, I'd love to do more metal work. I don't have a place to do it right now, but I've got a forge and anvil and all and basic blacksmithing stuff. So, but I just can't do
Nice.
where I'm at. I'm too close to all the
Right.
neighbors and they complain. So, um, one day I'll do that because I've always wanted to make my own knives and axes and things like that, and like make the sheaths for them and all that. Like that was my whole
Right.
idea starting like leather work is like, man, I could do the knife and the sheath and like sell it all like it's all whole kit. I was like, it's ready to go, and but leather work kind of just you know
Took
took
off.
over. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like with crafting, like I sort of get. I feel like I have more I can do with the weaving. I don't feel like I need to branch out too much because I still feel new to it, kind of.
Hmm.
But I've been trying to put together like an armor kit and like stuff and all that good stuff. I have the lamellar that I'm putting together, but like we were talking about before, it's hard to, like motivate myself to finish the armor when I can't play any classes that wear it right now. So it's like, oh, like I need to hurry up and get this done so I can look at it. You know what I mean? But
Well, I mean, you can wear that as an archer. Like, you just don't
yeah,
get the full point value.
even today though, see the thing is though, like without with not being able to move much, like I just call dead when anyone runs at me. I don't want them to have to
Yeah.
hit me enough times to get through the armor before I call dead.
Mhm. But it's good for like other archers or incidental contacts with throwies and things like that. Like,
That's true. That's a
you're
good
otherwise
point.
dead with a arrow shot,
Yeah,
So,
I I did get shot square in the stomach today. It would have been nice to have had like it would have been
yeah,
nice to have the armor on at that point. That's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I get super excited about a project, and then like I'll get a bunch of momentum, and if I stop for any reason, I'll just never touch it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been there.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm gonna be making a shield.
nice. What kind of
Yeah,
shield?
I don't know. Well, medium. I don't know the design though, but I'm going to be going to Goose Sauce because he has a garage, and
Mm,
Oswald, my squire, and my woman at arms, Wolfsbane, are also supposed to go with me, and they're going to learn how to make a shield because neither of them have ever made a shield before. So
mm,
Goose Sauce gets to show them how to make the base shield, and then I get to show them how to plasti dip. So that's something that we're going
nice.
to be doing as a group for over the next couple of months, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Are you
Uh,
fitting with a spray can or by brush?
The plasti dip part,
Yeah,
both.
good.
Yeah, because
That's a good answer.
from my understanding, you use the brush to kind of get in there and get in the crevice and stuff. Because the spray can won't do that, and then the spray can kind of gives it a because it has a thinner in it, so it kind of evens it out a little bit more and just kind of like makes the coat a little bit more even and uniform. From my
Yep.
understanding.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, you fill all the cracks in. You get all the edges where all your designs are going to be with the brush on. Because if you don't, that'll just start peeling up over time.
Oof, you don't want
Those
that.
all the design.
So I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I was go- at one point I really wanted to make a turtle shell, and I wanted to make it like a Belgar shield because a lot of them they have it for the back shields. So basically, I wanted to make a
Hmm.
Master Roshi like shell for like just to wear on the back as a shield. Um,
Nice.
I don't have the right shield blank for that, but this time, but it's definitely something I wanted to do.
that'd be sick.
Yeah, like I'm an artistic
Someone
person. What?
go for it.
Oh, I'm an artistic person, but I have an I don't know if it's inability or not just a practice to do detailed work. So a lot of my designs are like nature-ish, so it can be a little bit obfuscated with inaccuracies because I just don't have the hand control for it. At least I feel I don't. So that's why I've done a lot of like photography and stuff like that because it's more like just the artistic eye and holding your camera still. But like when it comes
Mm,
to like shields and stuff like that, I haven't. I don't think I could do into the intricate designs. I had to stick to more natural stuff like wood or my last shield was a stone wall looking thing because it was like rough and you make a mistake, you just kind of like grind it out to make it look like it was supposed to be that way.
right. I'm trying to find this shield I saw the other day. It was really cool. Let's see. Let me. I don't know if you're on the Facebook group Plasti Dip Artists.
I'm not.
Okay. Let me I don't know if there's a public page. Yeah. I'm gonna share this to
If you send it to voice Facebook Messenger, I can show everyone on the
okay.
stream.
What the heck? Oh, there we go. Did that come through?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's that like dude, that's so cool. I'd love to
Yeah.
see it feel like that.
All right. So people in chat, if you want to look at it, it's up there on the screen. It's like a reverse scorpion yin yang symbol. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Back to our faces.
They used like some sculpted EVA foam and foam clay. I've never used the foam clay, but I've seen some awesome stuff done with it.
I have also seen some awesome stuff with foam clay, but the shields are also kind of heavy when they
Oh
do the
yeah.
foam clay. I mean, for a strap shield, it's I guess better than a punch shield for that. But
Mhm. You just have to be use it sparingly, I guess.
yeah, that could be. I mean, like I was saying, I've never worked with it, so
Yeah.
I did try to use caulking in the shield, but that didn't work out very well
Mm,
because like I mean, it filled in the cracks just fine, but then the plastic dip and stuff didn't adhere to it, so it peeled.
right.
Oh.
It's silicone, probably.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
used to do some kind of 3D art with like um, caulking just for the hell of it, and I've used it a lot for repairing houses and stuff. So I was really familiar
Oh,
with the medium. It just didn't work.
yeah. I feel maybe you'd have to use like latex caulking and like some sort of latex paint or something. I don't know.
Mm. Or I could just use the sculpting foam and it'll work.
Yeah. 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 I'm working on this dagger. Um, you know Medzik, right? Of
I think I've
course you
heard
know
of them.
Medzik. So he has this badass like spell ball holding dagger, like for whatever classes, but um this is my version of it that I'm working on.
Oh, cool.
Um so you put they can hold 10 spell balls by their tails here. And yeah, for like doing a evoker barrage wizard. But yeah, I'm still working on the details before I decide to plasti dip, but
That's really cool.
should be, should be pretty fun.
The last time I ever made a weapon with a handguard like that, I cut off plastic strips from a trash can lid and
Mm-hmm.
put a hole in and basically made a three of them to make the basket thing, and then I put foam on top of that. But we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about early 2000s before we knew how to or before that kind of style worked, like what you're doing. But
Right.
I kind of stopped doing my like weaponsmithing a long time ago. I never evolved with it.
Yeah. I've been getting back into weaponsmithing a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I go through phases of I get new ideas and I get inspiration. And I decide to make something new. So yeah.
His new swords are slick, dude. He's got these like minimum foam flat blades that are like next level light.
Yeah, I'll be bringing them down to Packworth to hit people with. So
Well, I look forward to checking them out.
yeah,
Apparently, we're
I
old
got
ass
you.
nerds by
Oh
Warsaw
yeah.
Sky.
What's that?
Oh, just chat, being chatty.
I see, my chat hasn't populated since VR Lab Rat just said Hawkeye.
That's no one said anything since then until just now.
Oh, all right.
Kitten Squirrel says only we get to call you all old ass nerds. There's a nerd fight in chat, I guess, about who can call us old. None of my mods are on anymore. I'm just gonna let it go unless it gets worse. Then I'll mod it myself.
Do I know VR Lab Rat?
Like I was saying earlier, I don't know people's names in relation to Ampguard, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But VR Labrat has been around before. Yeah, Kitten Squirrel. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, you almost done with that margarita. Not
Yeah.
margarita.
No, it's yeah, Margarita.
Oh,
It's
it was
pretty much
margarita?
gone.
Okay.
It's gotta let the ice melt a little bit so I can get some second drink.
Second drink.
Oh, VR Labrat is not an Amp Garter. They're from Lockstream.
Oh,
No.
nice.
If I can read that chat right, because you still have the Kraken Guild and Lost Ark running. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah.
Man, I got more beer. I had to get some while I was out.
Yeah. I didn't expect to go through my margarita so fast. I saw more beer in the fridge.
Oh no, what's in the fridge?
What? What? Oh, it's more of the same. Just the
No,
Kona.
like oh no, it's still in the fridge. It's not in your hand.
Oh, still in the fridge. Oh, yeah. I thought you said what's in the fridge. I was like, this
Oh
fucking.
no.
It said it was beer.
No, no, no.
uh,
So you're going to be the holder for IO again. What's your big rain plan?
I'm not sure yet. I know that this rain I did like a. Excuse me. I did like a rain long quest story arc, and
Hmm,
uh, I did way too much this rain. Where I had some sort of event planned like every weekend. So, like,
That's a lot of work.
yeah. So I'm a little bit tired from that. But I think I'm gonna, since it's gonna be the winter, I'm gonna like slow it down to maybe like one event per month or something like that, and then like mostly standard park days, kind of maintaining until the summer months again. But uh, most winters we have certain things we always do. Like we always do a Seattle Children's Toy Drive. Uh, we normally do that every year. Um, we tend to be a little tournament than some lands, so we'll probably have some sort of, but like not necessarily just like the one on ones. Like this last rain, we had like a 2-man tournament and 5v5 class game tournament and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
we'll try to keep going with the same. Try to anything that they don't do at the kingdom level, we'll try to do at our park just to kind of keep it fresh.
Kitten
Yeah.
Squirrel has some advice. Well, busy work for summer rains. Winter slowing down makes sense. So yeah, kind of agreeing there.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
I agree. Like I've always thought winter rains is more for sustaining membership and just kind of like
Yeah.
keeping them interested in going out as often as they can, rather than because it's summertime. It's almost like they want to come out and have fun, right? And you gotta kind of gotta convince them to come out during the winter because it's freaking cold, it's wet, and it's
Yeah.
just not as fun as the summer. So
I'm always a little conflicted because like I agree in that like most of the time I treat it as like a time to maintain and sort of uh rest and focus in for the summer rain. But also like I feel like if you can get new players that come out and get hooked during the winter, they're definitely sticking around for the summer. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? Like they're gonna be more long term. Because I
Yeah.
think sometimes when you get people for the summer, it'll be like they're enjoying the weather. They're kind of like the fair weather amp guard, and then like when the rains come, that they're a little more like less likely to stick around. And if you're new to the game and you take like 2 months off, like you're probably gone.
Yeah, it's hard. Um,
But yeah, so I'm always a little bit on both sides there.
yeah, Kitten Squirrel, fair weather nerds. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And
I
Marisa,
remember.
oh,
Oh,
go
go
on.
ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say I remember in Spokane when we used to get a bunch of snow out there, so we would have to do like a lot to keep people interested. Like we would build snow forts for castle battles. Uh, we would allow like 5-second ice balls if you made a snowball and hit somebody with it. It's like little fun ways to try to make the summer or make the winter suck a little less.
No, it's smart.
Yeah.
How did you're doing classes? Was it earlier this summer? You're like having classes every couple practices. How'd that go?
Um, it honestly it didn't go as well as I hoped it would. It sort of fell off. Where my original idea was like the one Saturday a month would start with like a half hour class of like fighting or crafting or battle gaming and stuff like that. It kind of turned into we had like a fighting class, and then it was hard because I had a bunch of cancellations where it was like somebody would schedule to have a class and then cancel the day of, which is sort of like amp guard. Like it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Um, so when that was happening, I had like 3 months in a row where like the person canceled the day of, so it kind of fell off as far as priority goes. Unfortunately, so I want to say we only did like one class, and it was even someone who stepped in to fill in for someone who canceled. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
agree. VR lab rat. There's no good casting on the day of, but sadly, I don't know. Ampguard has, I don't know. There's a lot of reliable people, but there's also some people that like. I mean, things just happen, and people have busy lives, and it gets complicated, and so it's hard to rely on people sometimes.
yeah, and I think these like the times that we live in now, Inland Ocean at least has been very very good about like the people have been very good about like if you're sick stay home like that kind of stuff. There was two different times where someone was scheduled and they're like, oh, I feel like I have a bit of a cold, so I was like, just today that's fine, like don't
Oh yeah,
worry about it.
especially nowadays. Definitely stay home. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so I wasn't too mad about it. It just sort of just kind of fell by the wayside though.
Hmm.
It's something I'm gonna try to find a way to bring it back because I think it's still a good idea. It just wasn't executed well this time.
Hmm. Well, if there's something that you think I could do when I come down, I got nothing else other than recording you guys playing, so I could do something.
Yeah.
So if you want some serious
Yeah, for
orientation
sure.
class or something,
Do you remember what weekend you were coming down? I
uh,
can't remember.
18th, 19th of September,
Okay, nice.
I think.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, probably the 17th. I think is a Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to your house, then I'm going over to Canary's house after on Sunday, Monday.
Nice.
Luckily, they have Mondays off, so I could double up and then hang out with two groups of friends. It's awesome.
Yeah. Maximize your time up north,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
north north of the wall.
Kitten Squirrel says, yeah, we had an incident where a champion knew they tested positive for a certain virus for the days and didn't tell anyone until day of, so I ended up having to run the event thing for them. Still mad about it. Learned it day 10 a.m. day of when people were meeting at noon. Yeah, that's rough.
Yikes. Yeah.
That's very rough.
I feel like we've been super lucky. Like Inland Ocean is, uh, I mean, like some people weren't a fan of it, but Inland Ocean was definitely more cautious than some parks and was very very aware of it. I want to say I don't have the facts like necessarily to back this up, but I think we might have been the first park to close down
Hmm.
when COVID was starting. It also the first case in the U.S. was in Snohomish County too, if I remember right. So it's kind of started in our hood. So
That's a good
uh,
reason to be closed down first.
yeah, yeah, but everyone's been super cool about it. Like we haven't had any shitheads really. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, makes it
I
easy
think
on me.
most people
So
understand.
yeah, yep. I remember right before my knighting, like I want to say it was like the Tuesday before my knighting, I had like really bad allergies and I was freaking out because like my nose was runny and all that stuff. I was like, dude, if I get fucking COVID and I can't go to my own knighting, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be
But yeah,
shitty.
yeah, it was just I hadn't been taking my allergy medication, so
Dude, allergies were so bad for people this year for sure.
yeah, it was really
After,
rough.
yeah.
Sadly, they get worse every year. It's just
Yeah.
part of the cycle that's going on right now with climate change and all that.
Hmm.
Like I live in like I don't know if it's Yamhill County specifically or if it's Willamette Valley, but it's one of the highest pollen counts in like the United States, if not the world, and it's worse
Jesus.
every year. I used to be really bad with allergies, and I don't know what it caused it, but I moved to the city. I started having olive oil a lot, and then like my allergies kind of went to the wayside. Like I'll still puff up if I'm doing the yard and like I get grass on my arm or something like that. I'll get red marks, but like watery
Yeah.
eyes, the sneezing and stuff like that it doesn't really bother me very often. So I'm really lucky
Nice.
that way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really get allergy effects of any kind, really. So I've been lucky in that way.
Yeah, Ken
Blessed.
Squirrel is just echoing our concerns with the allergies being really bad, and they've been here 9 years and it's never been this bad. Yeah, it's just like almost every day I get like a warning on my little app down on my on Windows saying pollen, hi, pollen warning. It's like almost every day. It's just not a heat warning.
Yeah. It's
Are
been
you,
hot this year.
are you guys still getting fires down there? I thought there was something on that.
Probably. I haven't been paying attention. Not as bad as it was last year. Last year was scary. It was like there was maybe it wasn't last year. It was the last couple of years where it was just there's fires everywhere around in the valley, and there's one day, a couple days where you go outside in the middle of the day and it's like warm, like the sun setting, and it's completely stone ass cold or quiet, and like there's no birds, there's just no sounds, just because everything was so scared of the fires, and it was eerie. I don't know if you've
Wow.
experienced that.
Not that bad. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was something else. The closest thing I can liken it to is when we had the solar eclipse. I was lucky enough, like where I lived in the area where we got the 100% solar eclipse. But there was like when the sun was disappearing for a couple minutes, it was just dead quiet everywhere. It was super eerie. Not to mention it got cold and it was a whole nother experience. But that's the only thing I can liken the fire to is just the dead silence.
That's
No.
wild. Yeah. We just had the when you guys were having that, we just had like all the smoke in the air.
Yeah.
Like I remember it just being like hella hazy. Like the sun was like red the whole time just from the smoke.
Yeah, we couldn't. The, we have this big project on the Microsoft campus. They're building the new campus, and they shut it all down for a couple days because of how bad the smoke was.
Yeah. I was working in Bellingham uh during one of the nights that was really bad, and it was like they were like, yeah, you have to wear a mask and stuff like that to filter out all the shit in the sky.
Yeah, my van was getting covered in ashes. Like
Mm,
it was
Yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy.
that's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
It was like the fires weren't even near us. It was the
No.
wildest thing. It was a long ways away.
So yeah, not that bad this year. So
Nice.
at least not in our
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
I wonder if that's because like even with how much we've reopened, I feel like there's still people who aren't necessarily going out and doing as much.
Well,
yeah.
if it means less forest fires, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. I was like, I always felt a little bit bad because like during the shutdown when it was like everything was like locked down for real, I was loving it, man. Because I was I was a service plumber, so I was like having to drive around Seattle and stuff, and like traffic had never been lighter. It was so easy to get around. I was like, dude, I just hope we stay locked down forever. That's fine. But I mean, it was easy for me to say that as a guy who was out working. So,
Yeah.
are you still doing your high track
I
podcast?
I am. There was a couple months where we took a break, mainly because I
Mm,
wasn't editing, and I was having problems being productive.
mm,
But we have the whole series recorded, or the whole first season recorded, other than our final episodes. And so I've been editing again, and so we've been back on track for the last couple weeks. Hopefully, we'll continue that. We're on episode. It's going to be episode 13 out of 27 episodes for season one. So it's going
nice.
pretty good. I miss recording the episodes because it was really fun to just get high, watch Star Trek, and talk about it. Because I've seen this show so many times. It's an insane amount of times, and it's just I still enjoy watching it. I even still watch it now, even though I'm not recording the podcast, and really get into it. And like, there's at one point during the episode or one of the episodes where Riley, my co-host, was like noticing that like I wasn't doing notes. Like, hey, don't forget to do notes. Because I was like just getting into the episode, and it's like the umpteenth thousand time I've watched this episode, but no, I was just getting into it and like getting into the episode, and it's like, no, you're working, do some notes. So yeah, I still enjoy it and enjoy doing that, but looking
Nice.
forward to season two. But it's going to be a while before we record season two.
And that's you guys do like one Star Trek episode per episode of the podcast, right?
Yeah, so it's we do like a 10 to 20 minute intro talking about what I don't tell you what's going to happen because my co-host Riley has never seen Star Trek, so we
Oh,
um that's part of the gimmick. And
yes, the
so
hook.
yeah, and so I talk about some themes, something like that, and they think about what might happen because we read the synopsis obviously, and she's listened to a podcast about Star Trek, but never actually seen the episode. So she knows they know some things, but they just don't know episode by episode. So that's kind of the intro. Then we watch the episode halfway through. Then we stop and we talk about it for about a half an hour about what we've seen. Then we finish it, and then we talk about the episode or the last half an hour, yeah, or or so, however long it goes. But
Yeah. It's interesting that they've watched or they've listened to podcasts about Star Trek without having really watched it. It'd be interesting to me to listen to a podcast about a show I hadn't watched before.
yeah, I mean they like podcasts, so they just listen to some geeky stuff. Um,
Fair enough.
I have some people that are watching it, and I haven't really got to talk to any of our audience about it. But I'm it's just curious if people actually watch it like we watch it, because I think the best way to listen to our podcast is to listen to it, watch the half, stop where we stop, then listen to us, and then finish the episode, and then listen to us. So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of a somewhat interactive, but you have to set aside like 2 hours to do it that way.
Uh,
So I don't know how many people do that,
sure.
but I think that would be the best way to experience it if I had to choose one way for someone to experience the podcast.
Yeah. I listened to I listened to an Office rewatch podcast with Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. It's kind of interesting because they give you like behind the scenes stuff about what happened, and
Hmm.
I'm a huge Office fan, so it's a problem.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched a lot of Star Trek?
Zero.
Um, I've watched everything except for I have not watched Enterprise. I have not watched all of Deep Space Nine.
Oh, you're
Um,
missing out.
I have watched all the Picard stuff. I have not watched Discovery yet, though, but I plan to.
Oh, VR Labrat. It's you can watch it at hightrackpodcast.com or listen to it. That link should take you to
So,
it. Posted it in chat. That's the easiest way for me to tell you how to find it.
Yeah, I was always more of a Star Wars guy myself, but
Hmm.
I liked the movies that they came out with.
Yeah, like I like Star Wars, and I was never a rabid fan of it. I enjoy it, and
Yeah.
like I'll get into some theory discussion with people about it, but I've never read like the expanded universe or anything like that. I've only just watched the movies. I think I've seen all of the series except for the last episode, last season of the um, Clone Wars that the Disney made, and I haven't watched all of Rebels.
Yes, yeah, I haven't made it through those ones yet. It's Star Wars is interesting because like the most people only interact with Star Wars in the movies, and like most of the lore and like the really interesting like storylines and stuff don't occur in the movies. So it's like in order to be a fan of Star Wars, you have to do so much like independent research.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing I liked about when Disney was it. Yeah, Disney took it over. They just said the expanded universe doesn't count. So it's like,
Mhm.
thank God I don't have to read those 200 books to know what the hell I'm missing.
Yeah,
So that was nice. VR
sorry.
Labrat says it's interesting what Fairview is or Fev. I can never say his name right. Is doing on the small budgets and episodic format versus the mega budget Disney films. I agree. Like
Yeah,
was it Boba Fett? The Book of Boba Fett I enjoyed. You know, The Mandalorian in general was really good. Like
yeah,
I watched episode 6. after Boba Fett came out, and I hadn't seen Boba Fett, and that was like, shit. I wonder what the hell happened to Tatooine after the Hutt died. So I watched the Book of Boba Fett or whatever they call it, and that was pretty exciting to be able to watch the continuation of the Tatooine storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The I liked the Kenobi series too.
Kenobi was good. I'm a little
Yeah.
upset with the recontextualization, but I'll live
Mm.
with it.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
Yeah, it's definitely like I can't tell if I really liked it or if I was just excited to have like Kenobi content again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was such a huge fan of Obi-Wan as a character that I don't. It's possible they could have brought him back for some slappy nonsense, and I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. Um, I think.
It
Hmm?
oh, I was just gonna say like it with the first three movies, episode 1 through 3, like uh anything Kenobi related was like my favorite parts of those movies. Like
Yeah,
it was some of the best scenes. So yeah, I
Yeah,
can see where you're. Yeah, same feeling.
but with the yeah, I mean, I liked Ewan McGregor and I liked Kenobi, but I think they could have done Kenobi without the recontextualization of the confrontations with Vader. I thought they were. It was masterful. I'm sorry for spoilers. I'm going to spoil the series if people are watching this. But when Obi Wan Kenobi is buried under the rocks,
yeah,
I thought it was going to be like, holy shit, that's why Vader thinks he's dead. And I thought that was like the masterful genius. Like he thought he killed fucking Kenobi, and that's why he thinks he's dead in the series. But no,
yeah,
Mm.
they went to some philosophical, oh, he's dead, philosophically kind of bullshit or something. I
yeah.
don't
Mm.
know. But I still
I didn't
enjoyed
even
it.
think about that.
Hmm?
I didn't even think about that. Like that didn't even come to my mind.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was I wish they had left Leia out of it because it makes it kind of weird with like how she was like sending the message to him in A New Hope, and like the way she was talking in the recording didn't make it sound like they had some like intimate adventure together when she was a child. But like I think they could have done just fine without having that connection.
I can see that. However, she didn't know who she was, who he was. But that, yeah, that's definitely more intimate than it seemed like they had in this the movies.
Yeah. Like it seemed like in the movie that she knew who he was through her father, who they served together in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, yeah,
But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's fine. Like I'm not mad about it. I just feel like they could have done all of that without having Leia as like the driving force of the story.
yeah. Oh,
Again,
sorry, I've been neglecting chat. Um, VR Library said they flip flopped on the books being canon a lot. It seems, and they did, but I like the fact that they picked and they picked and choose what they thought was good to keep, what was easy to keep for the storytelling purposes. But they
yeah.
definitely brought some in that they cut out a lot.
Can we all agree that Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie they've ever made? Rogue
It's one of
One
the
is
best.
like all of my all-time favorite of any, and it's not even in the what triple trilogy, whatever the fuck you call it. But
Yeah.
That's
like
not
it,
part of the Skywalker saga.
Well,
dude, it is so good.
well, the blind kung fu master that was in it, and I forgot the actor's name, but
That's like on Yi or something like that, right?
he's like one of my favorite like martial art actors, and I just
Hmm.
love seeing him in a movie, and that got me all titillated.
So
Dude,
I will say that. Oh,
go for
sorry,
it.
go ahead. Well, I liked Rogue One a lot. I'm one of those really lame Star Wars fans who is a huge fan of like Jedi fight scenes. So
Yeah.
as much as people hate the prequel trilogy, if you're looking for a lightsaber duel, those are the movies to go for that
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
for the most part. But the end of Rogue One, when Darth Vader's just fucking brutalizing people, that was
Dude,
primo.
the way it rolls directly into A New Hope is just
So good.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like
Yeah.
directly the start of that movie.
Vera Librat says, I find the Star Wars universe is a great setting for stories, especially when they don't contain the known characters. I agree, actually. Like, it's a great universe to set stories in because it's sci-fi with fantasy, although it's not fantasy, but it's fantasy. I
They're
mean,
space wizards.
space
Yeah,
wizards,
it's
exactly.
fantasy.
It's
Like, I think,
technically historical fantasy.
That's right. Yeah, it's way in the
yeah,
past.
it's a
Yeah.
long, long time ago. It just happened to be in a galaxy far away. So
Yeah.
it's
I I agree with VR Lab Rat, but I am lame in the fact that I do love like the the Mace Windu's and
Yeah.
the Obi-Wan Kenobis and the like because when I watch a Star Wars movie, like I want to be a Jedi Knight, and
yeah.
Dude,
that's mostly named characters. So
Oh my god.
Darth Maul. Dude.
One thing I want them to do
legit.
is like a Yoda adventure when he's like only a couple hundred years old, just being a Jedi Knight out there, fucking roaming the galaxies hundreds of years ago, just being a fucking badass. Because
Yeah,
like he was a badass at 900. Imagine what he was when he was a spry young little green thing.
Well,
they have like
so,
oh,
so like the video games have like set up this whole universe of like pre Empire, like the whatever, choose whatever storyline you want to go with, but like all these old Sith lords and stuff from the past, like they could build up fucking amazing movies off of that stuff.
They
Like
could.
oh yeah,
I'm all for it.
Like I'm looking forward to that. Like I think I like it more in the like mini episodic tales, like Book of Boba Fett. That's a nice, relatively self-contained story, and like that's enough.
Mhm.
And I think that it'd be really cool if they did that because it's movies are nice, but you get really intimate in a story with like 10 to 12 episodes, and you don't have to make it a series where there's multiple seasons. You can just do short, limited run series, especially with streaming now.
yeah. I agree. I think they're getting too they're getting a little too cute with it though. Like with the Kenobi series, there's like out episodes. Like they could have done so much more with it, you know.
They could have, but I wasn't too disappointed with what they did.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you love
I love
Kenobi,
me some
so
Kenobi. Yeah, yeah. Guilty.
yeah. I He was also in Rebels. I don't know if you've seen all of Rebels, but
I gotta watch. So I've watched a bunch of the Clone Wars. So I gotta finish. I want to finish the Clone Wars and watch like Rebels and yeah, like
yeah.
the Bad Batch. I've heard is good too. So
I haven't seen any of the Bad Batch. I definitely should watch that because I
yeah,
like the clones from or not Rebels, but from the Clone Wars. So
yeah.
that's kind of a continuation of some of them. I think isn't it the Bad Batch is like Cody and stuff like that from uh
It I thought it was clones that are
Cody is one of the name of the clones in the Clone Wars.
oh
I
right,
thought
right.
Cody was the one that Yoda killed in the movie.
Oh, that's very possible.
I could be wrong though, but I think it's like Rex for sure. Like one of the like they yeah, it's like clones that didn't have like either they were like defective or they didn't go with
They
Order
had
66 or
different abilities. Yeah, they had special abilities, some of them or something like that.
Oh, it's
I don't
Yeah.
Rex.
remember.
Okay, VR Live corrected me. Because in Clone
Yeah.
Wars, one of them got the 66 thing removed, so it must have been Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely Rex because Ahsoka like spared him or something like that. Rex like resisted the order and helped her escape.
Yeah. I love how they've used
There,
Ahsoka. I was so excited to see her in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
She is a favorite character of mine from the Clone Wars.
Unum, what were you saying?
it said they're elite and experimental clones.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'll have to check all those out too. So have
VLR,
y'all seen the Expanse?
the what?
The Expanse?
Shut the fuck
No. I've seen the first
up.
episode. It was pretty good. I need to
You
watch
gotta
the
watch
rest
it
of it.
all. Watch it all.
We
It's
can't
worth
talk
it. It'll
about it
make you.
because I'm going to watch it, so we can't ruin it for me.
I'm not
I
gonna
want
talk about it. I'm just saying you gotta watch it.
Okay.
to say I made it like most of the way through the first season. I just never like got hooked, you know.
Dude,
I felt
dude,
lost most of the time.
we're gonna sit down. We're gonna watch it. Like I
Was it?
promise you, it ramps up, dude. So much. I promise you.
Well, it's only like 5 seasons, right?
There's six.
6?
The sixth season is like only like six episodes though. So,
VR Library
but
says, I guess the TV series is done since they don't want to do the time jump with the stories. But I think I heard something like there is talks they might do that as a new series.
yeah, they're not opposed to doing a new story in that universe. So
Yeah, so you might still get some more expanse.
oh yeah, yeah. I have hope because the writers and creators they're like they're like for the people, you know. Like they're
Did,
not some great, like money hungry people, you know.
They actually enjoy their art.
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
guys watch Altered Carbon?
No.
Dude, yes.
They
I I wish
Yeah.
they would continue it, dude. I love that. I love that, dude. First season though is my favorite.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
It's so
definitely.
good.
Yeah, Baelnorn, you gotta check it out, man, for sure. It's another one that's a little bit confusing, kind of, but it's not nearly as bad as The Expanse for sure.
How? Who? Where is it on?
Ooh, it was on Netflix for a while, wasn't it?
um, yeah, I think so.
It might be on
Yeah.
Amazon Prime. Those are the two I normally watch on.
Oh, VR Library says it's Alta Carbon is on Netflix.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
All right.
The second season is good too. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, it
It
just
kind of
wasn't as
lost,
good.
but I still enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, I like fuck, what's his name? The actor from the second season. He
Wasn't
plays a
that
Falcon.
Falcon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! VR Library says Altered Carbon animation is on Netflix. I didn't even hear about the animation.
Oh, neither did I.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Well, there you go. There's some more Altered Carbon if you want to get into it.
It's like an
Um,
interesting universe where they've designed it where if they could bring in any actors they want and still play the same characters, and it would make sense still.
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That concept is really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But have y'all seen Foundation yet? It's on Apple TV, so probably most people
Never
have
even
that.
heard of it.
No, yeah, I haven't watched that one.
So, so Foundation, I think, it was a book or a book series that pretty much they based Dune and Star Wars after. Like it's that
Okay.
it
Oh
it's
wow.
predates that stuff, but it's it's a really good TV series. They only have one season out so far, but um, it was pretty entertaining.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
it, it's based in space and there's a lot of time jump stuff, but it's really cool. Very
So
game
The
of
Game of Thrones. Yeah. The When I watched the first season of The Witcher, I struggled so hard until they made it obvious that they were jumping it like back and forth in the timeline.
yeah, I can
see that.
understand that.
I was
I
like, what the fuck is going on with the show, dude?
I had
I
the
think it
benefit
was
of
you
going
that
into
told
it.
that. Yeah. I think Unum at the park. I think it was you. You're like, I don't know about this show. I was like, here's the deal. It's jumping timelines. You're like, oh. It was either you or it was Killian. I can't remember who it was. I told that.
It was entertaining. I'm fully invested and I'm paying attention, but it's like some things just don't make any sense right now.
I'll be right back again.
All right.
Trying to think, there was. I wish things weren't on so many different freaking streaming services, man.
Yeah.
So many good series out there that just get buried because they're on these stupid platforms. It's just like,
Yeah. I feel like I have so many of them, and then like people will be like, "Oh, did you watch this show? It's on the one you don't have." It's like, fuck, no, because
yeah,
we've got Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime. That might be it, really. It's just those three. But then like everyone's like, "Oh, like this show's really great." I'm like, "Oh, where's that?" They're like, "Oh, it's on Hulu." It's like, yeah, I don't fucking have that one. Or
right.
Apple TV.
Are you planning on watching the new Game of Thrones series?
I am. Um, I'm not super invested in it. Uh, I kind of want to go back, and this is the first time I've felt any sort of urge to go back and rewatch the original Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Like it was one of those series that like it ended so poorly that like it wasn't like a rewatchable show. You know what I
right.
mean? Like it was really good the first time through, but I didn't have this urge to go back and watch it again.
Hmm.
Uh, but I do want to watch the new one. I don't have HBO though.
Oh,
I'll, I'll have to
yeah.
steal it from
Yep,
I
for
think
me.
oh, you got it? Yeah, maybe I'll steal
Yeah.
it from you. I know Thompson has it too, so I was like, I'll steal Thompson's login.
Mm. I guess I don't really know what my login is right now. So I'd have to figure that out first, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it comes out tomorrow night. So
Oh, okay. I was excited for that one. I'm also excited for the Lord of the Rings one.
yeah,
The Rings of
so,
Power. Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for that, dude. I'm a
Yeah.
huge Lord of the Rings fan, so it's like
Me too.
I'm like yes.
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not a huge fan of all the movies. Like the original three movies, I was a huge fan of. I didn't really like the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah,
Like it was okay,
I
but
mean they didn't really sell me on those, but
yeah, the actors were good. I didn't have any problem with the acting or anything. It was just I don't know
I
something about it.
blame the producers
Yeah.
because like
I
it's very like I really wanted to see the original idea, which was oh, he did Pan's Labyrinth, Del
Mm.
Toro.
yeah, man.
He was going to do
Yeah,
The Hobbit. He had 6 months of pre-production on it, and then, or no, he had longer than that. And then Lord of the Rings, and there was a confusion with the producers or something like that, and then Peter Jackson took it over, and they had almost no pre-production. Lord of the Rings had 2 years pre-production. So The Hobbit, they went in there with almost no pre-production, so they got all CGI'd and shit. And he didn't
Uh,
that's
really make the script and the producers, other producers, because Peter Jackson was also producer, and then so like it was okay.
yeah.
that that's the part that I think annoyed me the most is the amount of CGI they used.
I
not
agree.
and
Yeah.
not good CGI.
No, it wasn't.
So like, which is weird because like Lord of the Rings had like cutting edge CGI,
Their
right?
CGI holds up. I still watch that movie.
Yeah, and but what really brought it in is how much act like visual effects they use, like actual actors and full getup. Like
Hmm.
those look like fucking orcs, like an
Yeah.
actual orc,
Yeah,
dude. And it's just that realism that like sometimes CGI still can't even bring, you know. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the Lord of the Rings when they upped it to HD, and they re-released it in theaters. The extended editions in theaters, right? And they released it like once every 2 weeks or for 6 weeks. And Peter Jackson did an intro for each one of them. And for the Rohirrim charge in the third movie when they're charging into the flanks at the last or the
mhm.
battle, he says, "I want to see 10,000 horses because the last big charge was in Napoleon had 10,000 horses in the Battle of Waterloo. I want to see what 10,000 horses look like." And so there's actually like individually 10,000 horses CGI'd in that scene. And I don't
Uh,
know. It's a little story that I remember. It's just I don't know. Tickles my
That's
fancy.
awesome.
nice. All right, guys. I hate to be the first one, but I gotta get going.
All
All
right.
right.
That
Sorry,
sounds
I'm
good.
running late.
It's after 11. It's after our first time. VR Lab Rat. I have not seen She Hulk, so I can't talk about the CGI. And so I have in Kawaii Bear. I have no idea if it's good because I haven't seen it. But so I'm sorry. But it looks like we're
All
going
right.
to end stream here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Nah, that's fine. Uh, I'm going to see if Locke is on, and I will raid him. If not, I don't know who else I could raid.
All right.
Maybe the Gondor Bros are on.
That's true. They aren't. Okay, not going to raid anyone. But I really appreciate everyone coming out for the stream, and I appreciate you two, Ormus over there to my that way, and Unum down there. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I
Anytime,
hope
buddy.
everyone has a good night. Oh my God, where's the button?
Say something offensive, quick.
Oh, and Happy Batty has been lurking. Thank you, Happy Batty. I appreciate you being here too. Okay, really good. Goodbye.